Slizzy B. Shout out to DOD, man. You're checking in with the Purple World. We activated.
Head tap, knock them down instantly. I've been getting money, don't mention me. Get the peas in Cali and we ship them bitches to Tennessee. We be lifting weight, nigga, you really weak. Nigga, you a simp, you ain't pushing P. We be getting weight, we be pushing P's. Alphabet, nigga, duck the D's. Ooh, you coming in last like the letter Z.
Purple World, episode 50. Or no, I have to try not to swear for the first 10 minutes. Purple World, episode 61. That's what it is. Episode 61.
Big
today.
61, man.
We got some Rebel Mafia peeps in the building. Mainly Ken Frank, because you haven't been on here before, but we also got, you're the first person to show up on 2 podcasts, besides Dre, actually.
He's doubling
just
down.
talking about we're talking about VJ. We got Big Super on here too today. We got Big Super. What's good, Joe?
The Mafia, man. We outside, man. We here. You know?
Super don't really need an introduction because you got a full ass 2. See, here I go.
It's the Ken Frank show.
We're not
today.
gonna make it. We're not
you
gonna
know
make it.
We're not gonna make it. You know what? It's gonna be a good episode. We're not even gonna worry about this no swearing shit.
It's Slizzy. It's gonna get nasty.
Not gonna worry about
so
that.
we outside, man.
Super don't need an introduction, but Mr. Ken Frank.
It's Frank.
Certified fat boy.
Certified the sexiest fat nigga alive. We can bleep that, but we ain't gonna bleep it.
Nah,
so
we ain't gonna bleep it.
You got a sexy fat man in the building, you know what I mean?
What's good, yo?
A lot of calories, a lot of good looks, you know?
A lot of calories.
You know?
What you be doing, Mr. Comedian Rapper?
You know, really, I be really like watching anime, you feel me? Other than that, I be with the guys, you know, just working, bro. Studio, moving around. There's a lot of stuff we be doing. I can't lie to you. There's so much, bro. You know what I mean? So it's like, for the most part, though, just trying to, like, cultivate what we got going on. You know what I mean? That's about it, for real.
Rebel Mafia.
Rebel Mafia in the building, man. RMSG.
Bro, you guys got mad people. I know I said this in your podcast, but now give me an update. I want you to give me an update. Who is Rebel Mafia?
The updated file?
Who is Rebel Mafia? The updated file.
All right, we're going to do this like Mortal Kombat. You feel me?
You see the trailer for that new shit?
Oh, come on. Yo. Stop it. Because I'm really like a Mortal Kombat head, you know what
bro,
I mean?
I got a Mortal Kombat arcade machine in my room.
I swear you don't want the smoke, bro. I promise you.
You got PlayStation?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you the smoke.
Come on, bro.
You got MK11?
Nah, I don't.
You got 10?
10, yeah.
All right, I got to download it, but I haven't played in like 2 years.
I promise you don't want this, bro.
Let me pick Sub-Zero real quick. I'll give you the hands.
I'll let you get that. I'll let you get that. But, as far as Rebel Mafia updated file, you know what I mean? You know, you got me, Kim Frank. You know, we got Big Super, Cobb Bills. We got BJ Baller. You know, Messy Money Sav, B James. You know what I mean? Kai Drugs. You know, that's really like the forefront. You know what I'm saying? As far as like artists that already put their like footwork in and everybody knows them. You know, there's a few other people in the Mafia, but they're not really out there yet. You know what I mean?
You guys have a lot of affiliates.
Yeah, it's like the Warriors, you know? Basically, it's WWE vibes, you know?
WWE vibes.
Yeah.
One of those comrades is Van Buren, which...
Oh, yeah, shout out VB.
Tomorrow, from the sounds of it, you guys are going to be at that party.
Yeah, we outside.
Sure, yeah.
It'll be fine, but...
Invader, ET, we outside.
You guys are always...
acting very nasty.
We got a session with them on Sunday, too.
Oh, shit. Yeah. That's about to be fire. Yeah, I remember I was supposed to go to a Ricky session with you. And then the session got delayed. Yeah. And then I don't even know if you hit me up or if I forgot about it or what. But
shout out Ricky. Yeah. Shout out Ricky Felix.
Honestly, you gotta come to a mixing session because we're still working on that project. So and we're about to be done. So like, well, I think almost everything's been recorded that we want to record. But we're gonna be like mixing this project in the next month. So you should pull up.
You got a drop date?
Nah, I'm not gonna do that yet.
Rough drop date.
I'll say July.
Estimated time period.
Kill Shot coming soon, man. Big Super Cobb Bills produced by Ricky Felix, man.
That's the name of the project? That's the name of the project?
Yeah, the name of the project's Kill Shot, yeah.
Shout out Ricky, bro. Ricky, for real, shout out to you. Ricky be wearing our navy blue hoodie from like 2 years ago. I see him repping it all the time. Shout out to you.
I see my man's Ricky with that hoodie like probably a month ago.
Bro, shout out Ricky, bro. Man. Shout out Ricky.
We gotta keep the heavy set men in style, man. Keep it going.
The funny thing is, I met like everyone else mad times, and then I think I've only met Ricky like 2 times. Mm-hmm. Ricky, I've met the least amount of times, but I always be DMing him. But shout out Ricky, bro. Shout out Ricky.
That's the bro talking today.
Bro. Great person, great energy. Shout out Ricky.
We gotta talk about your recent drops though. What's your most recent song that came out? Give the rundown about that.
My most recent song I really dropped a song called Glorilla, like last week. I want to say it's me, one of my artists from Ohio that I be
Ohio
like,
artist.
Yeah.
What's his name?
OK Blizz. You feel me? He's hard too. He's nice.
How you find out about him?
I be moving around, bro. I was out there.
You know anyone else in Ohio?
Yeah.
You know C Money Baby?
C Money Baby. I'm not. I don't think so. I'm not too fond of him.
My little Justin Bieber motherfucker.
Oh, that's hard.
He be going out there and he got producers and shit out there in the whole studio that they be working with. And
That's
this dude,
fire.
if you tap in with people in Ohio, tap in with C Money Baby. This shit's fire.
I'm gonna tap in. Shout out C Money Baby, man. You feel me? OK Blizz. That's my little homie though from Ohio, but he's on the song. And Kai Bills is on the song, but that's the latest thing.
Kai Bills on everything from the sound of it.
He has to be. He gotta be. It's only right.
It's
only right. Shout out Billy, man. Shout out Billy Bills.
Who do you feel like your best collaborator is? If you had to collaborate with one person for the rest of your life, you're cut off from everyone else in Rebel Mafia. You got to pick one person.
It'd be Billy, of course. It'd be Billy.
Same with you. Move closer to the mic too. Move your mic down a little too.
I'm saying for him, I feel like it has to be Billy.
Damn. Yeah, move that down a little bit. My bad.
Definitely, yeah, it'd be Billy for sure. Definitely.
Like their family, like they have years.
Yeah, that's my blood cousin.
Damn. What about you, Super?
What if I had to pick
one collaborator?
My brother. I had to pick my brother. Yeah.
Shout out B James,
the man who has like eight different personalities.
Oh yeah,
he wears 10 different hats.
Bro, I wish you were here right now.
Yeah, for real.
You gotta make one page, cause I'd be confused. I love your work, but I'd be confused. Yeah, he got like 3 different pages.
Like
I'd
for like everything. He got a production page, a rapper page, or like personal page.
Yeah,
basically,
yo, like,
call him 5 names.
The video page.
Bro, he gotta narrow it down to just one, cause I'd be confused, bro. I try to keep up, but I'd just be confused as fuck. I'd be confused. But
yo, tell Miles Carter hurry up, man. Shout out Miles Carter.
Who's that?
Miles Carter.
I don't know who they are.
He's ugly. He's cool.
He's ugly.
He's the homie.
That's bro.
That's the ugly homie.
Bro.
You know?
Everybody got an ugly homie for real.
Yeah, everybody got it. If you don't got an ugly homie, then you might be the one.
Or you're the ugly homie.
Yeah, I was gonna say you might be the ugly homie if you don't know.
Everybody do, bro. Everybody do, bro. I be saying, you ever go? I'm not gonna say any specific places because I've said it on past podcasts, but you guys could if you want. But you ever go to specific states or towns and everybody is just like, bro, they look like fucking Hills Have Eyes people.
Oh yeah,
shit.
What?
Yeah,
like a whole ass region.
I ain't gonna lie, we're not too far from some of them. So
I was gonna say we're like
you
gotta remember,
we're in the midst of that right now.
Thank you, bro. I'm from Cape Cod, bro. So
you're from the Cape?
Yeah.
What the fuck? I didn't know you were from the Cape, bro.
Yeah.
What part?
I'm from Cape Cod, like Wareham.
Wareham?
Yeah, Wareham, Buzzards Bay, and Brockton. That's like my 2 places I grew up. You know what I mean? So
I didn't know
like
you were from the Cape.
that is like basically what you're talking about is like right over there.
There's ugly.
You know what I mean?
I don't
Like,
be seeing that many ugly people in the Cape. My family got a house in the Cape. They got one like 2 or 3 years
Because you're there
ago.
in the summer.
Yeah.
Think
I was
about,
gonna
think
say,
about
you
who
I
go
go there
there
like
when
3
it gets-
times.
Think about who lives there year round.
You go there when it gets cold.
In the wintertime.
You're gonna see, it looks like Thriller.
Bro, I go to New
by the
Hampshire for work every day.
For sure.
And, bro, the people I just be seeing out in public, I'd be like, bro.
Oh no, New Hampshire's different.
Different, yeah.
Yeah, like, bro. Especially when you go mad north. Like, we were in the, like, mountains, like, White Mountain region, like, 2 weeks ago.
Man. Come on, man.
Bro.
That's different.
Every store I walked into, I could just feel the racism.
Yeah.
I was like, yo,
Breathing on
this
you.
shit. Yeah, I was like, bro.
like you.
I went to Vermont too, bro, and that shit was like some third world fucking
Vermont's
nature
crazy.
shit, bro.
I never been to
Vermont's
Vermont.
crazy.
That was my first time going.
Been
Yeah, the
First
thing about
time going.
Vermont is that like you really don't see that many people when you're out there. Like,
Bro, you don't like it. I was
you don't see that many
driving.
people.
It was like 3 a.m. when I was getting there, so I was terrified of moose, bears, all that shit. But I got off the highway and it was an hour drive to where I was going from off the highway, and I probably saw like 10 cars total that whole entire hour, and I was like, dude, this shit is just different.
Literally, Hills Have Eyes, Jeepers Creepers.
On some
That's how
scary
the vibes
shit,
are
bro.
in New
That's some scary
Hampshire.
shit.
I went to Saco. Shout out Saco, man. You been there before?
Nah, I ain't been there.
And man, they got the lazy.
I mean,
river.
I've heard about it. I've heard about
Fire.
it.
You got to do it.
I've heard about
Fire,
it.
bro. Shout out my campers. You know what I mean?
I've never been to Maine. Maine's mad north. Maine's mad
Fire
north.
though.
I feel like shit. feel like everybody should try to go to see all 50 states if you can.
Yeah, I want to do that shit.
Or at least like every region. You know what I mean? Like
shit.
every respective region.
Y'all travel a lot? Both of y'all?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Like we definitely, we was just in Atlanta. Bro shot the G Herbo video.
You guys be in Atlanta all the time. Wait, fucking Brandon?
Yeah.
You shot a G Herbo video?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's what we was just out there for last
I didn't
time.
even know that
King
shit.
Bricks and G Herbo.
I didn't even know that shit. What the fuck?
Bricks is from out here. You know
I know
Bricks,
who
yeah,
he
you
is.
know
I gotta
Bricks.
get him on one, bro.
Yeah, bro.
There's like I got a
bro.
list of like.
I'll try to put you in contact with him if you
Do
want.
it, bro, please, because I got a list of like 80 people, and then I just get hit up by more people, and then just forget about a bunch of fucking people.
Yeah, he's on the new tape too.
That's my phone.
You got a new tape coming out soon?
Yeah, I got a new tape coming out called Activated.
Activated?
Yeah, I got a few features on there as well, big and local.
When's it coming out?
I'm aiming for like next month for real.
Next month?
Yeah.
So June?
Yeah,
June people could expect it.
looking for next month.
What,
Because
you-
we're dropping
honestly,
a project like
I think
right
you
before
should.
that.
Personally, bro, I think you should make that like your compilation.
About the Activated?
Yeah.
Nah,
like,
for sure.
Just because you have so much. He has so much music, bro. Like
Yeah.
he could damn near do like a double album. Like
How many songs you got?
Like,
Bro.
like you mean
Recorded?
unreleased?
Yeah. Oh, no, unreleased. Unreleased. Whole entire, if you had to count all the songs.
Oh my man, like bro, I can't even.
You probably got the most out of all of us.
Yeah,
Really?
Definitely,
I feel like it.
definitely, bro. Thousands.
And I have a lot of music.
You feel me? Like I got a lot of music, bro. Like, cause I've been so many places. I record so many different like states and so many. You know what I mean? Never mind at home. I got a plethora. You know, I'm like the Mike and Ikes of this shit. I got every
I'll say
flavor.
in the past, just alone with Rebel Mafia, in the past few, like 2-3 years, we've at least each of us done like 300-400 songs. Like,
Jesus
Yeah, for
Christ.
sure.
That's easy. That's easy.
Jesus Christ. So each of you guys have done that. How many, if you had to give a rough estimate?
Of how many I've done?
Yeah.
In the last 3 years, at least like probably like around 400 or 500.
400 or 500.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
400 or 500, and that's probably
I feel like that's easy because if bro, we're making like in one season, like the summertime, because that's when a lot like sometimes we might get more active. I might make 50 songs in the summertime.
Jesus.
He might make 50 songs in the summertime. You get what I'm saying?
I
He's
mean,
definitely gonna
the year before that, I dropped 4 tapes.
Yeah, he drops.
You get what I'm
So
saying?
it's
I
like-
dropped 4 tapes in 2021 because I just came home from jail. So I came home, dropped 4 tapes. Then after that, I dropped Certified Fat Boy. You get what I'm saying? That was 2022. You know, and then I dropped a few singles and a few videos or whatever.
I didn't check the SoundCloud. I only checked the Apple.
Oh yeah. I
Certified
got.
Fat
I mean,
Boy.
I dropped Glorilla on SoundCloud on some like just, you know what I mean, like just threw it out there because it was kind of like a here, this is for y'all. But like everything else is on streaming. You know what I mean? Like for the most part, like Activated is definitely gonna be on all streams. Like I said, I got some big features on there, so you know what I mean. Make sure it's right. Some heavy hitting features.
Bro.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's
I'm
getting real
excited.
sexy.
Yo,
must
your
say.
sense of humor is fucking hilarious, bro. Your sense of humor is fucking
you, brother.
hilarious, bro. What's good, y'all? Thank y'all for tuning in to Purple World. Just a reminder, we got a fresh studio over here. If you guys want to book a studio session, our rates start at $50 an hour with an engineer, $25 an hour with no engineer. Rates do vary depending on which engineer you choose. You can book a session by heading over to the Book Now button in our Instagram bio and book through Square. You can shoot us a DM to figure out what time slot you want, as well as which engineer you want to work with. As a test to see who our loyal viewers are and see who's really rocking with us, if you made it through this whole ad, you could head over to our Square website and you could put code POD10 and that's going to give you 10% off your session. One time use though, you are not able to use that again, so use it wisely. Back to the episode. Also, don't forget to subscribe. You just said you got locked up. You don't got to specify if you don't want to specify what, but what was like that whole experience, like getting out? You feel like it made you take music a lot more serious?
Yeah, definitely. You know what I mean? Before I went in, like I was going hard with the music. So like when I while I was in there, I was just kind of like, you really start looking at time like, wow, it's wasted. You know what I mean? Like it gives you time to really sit with yourself and like critique yourself. You know what I mean? Where you're like, oh, I could have been doing this, I could have been doing that. I should have been doing this. So like, yeah, it definitely made me take my music more serious, and it really just put me in a space where it was like, you just gotta move at your own pace in a way too, you know. So it helped me. It helped me a lot mentally.
How long did you go?
I was in it for like a year, a little over a year.
Damn.
Yeah. Damn. You know, it was like, I don't know. For some people, it's like it like changes. It changes how they like think and how they move. But for me, it was more like a learning curve. Like it kind of helped me move. You know what I'm saying? Helped me think different.
Were you as funny before?
Always.
You were always this funny?
Yeah, I always been funny my whole life. Always. That's what my family knows me for.
I couldn't even picture you being in there fucking making jokes and shit.
That's why they love me in there. You know what I mean? I'll make a murderer's day great. You know what I mean? Like, for real. Like, I'll make somebody who's in there for the rest of their life smile.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean?
You seem mad funny, bro. Right when I saw the DM, I told Brian, and he's like, bro, we got to get him on. He's mad fucking funny.
Appreciate you,
And I
bro.
remember seeing
Appreciate
the Adam clips, too, but...
You know, the ladies love Slizzy, man.
Bro.
Feel me?
Bro, it's crazy seeing how that experience just impacts everyone differently. Cause like this dude, do you know Dope Boy Da Vinci by any chance?
Yeah, but actually
You know?
from kind of around the same area.
Oh, you're from?
He's from Fall River. I'm from Wareham. That's like 25 minutes away.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
No, because I did a podcast with him, bro, and I feel bad. Like this was like one of the worst stories I've heard from anyone I know who's been locked up. This dude on his 18th birthday threw a party, and at his party, the cops got called. His crib got raided.
Yeah.
2 of his boys left pistols in his room,
Jesus.
and he didn't rat. So he literally did a 2-year bid or 3-year from when he was 18 until he was 21. 15 minutes after his 18th birthday, bro got locked up. Didn't get out until his 21st birthday. I was like, damn, bro, like that. You didn't even...
That's hard. I was locked up with him.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
That's how you know him?
Yeah.
What the hell?
I mean, we was in there at the same time.
That shit is mad crazy, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That shit is mad crazy. It's a small ass
He
world.
was rapping
dog.
in there going crazy.
It's a small ass world, bro. Because that's how he started.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's how he started. Because he was tattooing people
He
in
was
there.
on that what's that thing on the comes on every what's it, the Launchpad?
Launchpad, yeah, on Sunday.
Oh, he
Yeah.
was on the launch pad?
Yeah, like he was
didn't even
when
know
he
that.
got out and I was still in there. Like
I didn't even know he was on the launch pad.
Yeah.
He's been doing this shit, bro.
He double be helping a lot of people out, bro.
You know what I mean?
say that.
That's fine.
Yeah, he
gotta
definitely
get
though.
him on one.
He definitely was going crazy though in there. Like everybody knew who he was.
That's crazy, bro.
sure.
It's such a
So
small ass
shout out,
world, bro. It's a small ass world because I would have never expected, like, talking to you, you would have said you
Bro.
were just with him.
Everybody know me, bro. I swear, I promise you that. Like a lot of people know me.
You know, like, are there other artists that you spent time with from around here?
Like as far as being like locked up, you saying?
Yeah, like
Just,
any other artists that you were in there with.
My boy Benny Bricks, I was in there with. He's like big in like New Bedford. This kid, AMG Vic was in there.
Oh, I know
Like
AMG Vic.
I wasn't too fond of him, but he was in there. Who else?
I know.
Young Quapo. I don't know if
His
you know
name
Quapo.
sounds familiar.
Well, yeah.
He's down with
New Bedford, yeah.
He's in the team. He's with Dope Boy Da Vinci.
That's probably
and all
why I
that.
heard his name. That's
he's-
probably why I
he's a
heard it.
beast.
Oh yeah, he was supposed to be on the podcast originally.
Yeah.
Or I'm supposed to do a separate one with him.
Yeah,
I think
that's
what it
bro
is.
name.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
folks name. But he's from that area too. You know what I mean?
My dad grew up in New Bedford.
Yeah, shout out
So,
New Bedford.
I be
Shout
paying
out to
attention to
Win.
that.
You know, shout out New Bedford, man. You know, there's a lot of history there too as well.
You know Isaac Garcia?
that's my
This is dog.
Bro, Isaac is
You keep telling
fucking...
me,
bro. That is my
Bro.
dog.
Yo,
Like,
Isaac, I love you, bro. Isaac is like one of the purest people you will meet in this shit, and it's funny because he just be at Young Boy's crib every fucking day.
bro, I
That's
knew
crazy.
Isaac when, bro. That's my dog.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
How'd
that's
you
my
meet
dog,
Isaac?
bro.
How'd you meet Isaac?
I came home from jail. And long story short, I was in Dartmouth, so a lot of my homies was from New Bedford.
And
you
they
know
were
what I mean?
shooting with him?
So not even really, nah. Like
They just knew of him?
yeah, you know what I mean. I was shooting with Bridges. I don't know if you ever.
Oh,
heard
I
of
know Bridges. I know Bridges.
That's the
I know
homie.
Bridges. I'm tapped in.
That's
I know
the homie.
Bridges.
He shot my
I gotta get
first-
him on one here. It reminded me of mad
Definitely
people
have
I gotta
to.
get on.
He shot my first 3 videos when I came home. So
Shout out Bridges, bro.
what
Bridges
I
be
mean?
doing a lot for that whole community.
yeah, for
Gotta
sure,
give him
for
his
sure. He
flowers.
definitely puts in a lot of work over there.
Definitely does.
So I down the road I ended up linking up with Isaac or whatever, and he shot a birthday for me a video for me on my birthday. You get what I'm saying? But like, I came to him with a direction, so he was basically like, "Yo, bro, like you're one of the first people that came to me with like a real direction. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like you did there, like, cause he was so used to doing running guns. You know what I mean? Where it's like everybody just outside doing the, you know what I mean? I actually came to him with a whole plan and plot and da-da-da. So that's my brother. Ever since that, we've been locked in, you know what I mean? Plus my homie GMD Jets, like, me and him and Isaac, like, we're just, those are the homies, bro. That's my dog, bro.
Bro, shout out Isaac, because I forgot to say this when I did a podcast with you and all the other times I give you your praise. I met Isaac because he shot a music video at my house for an artist my dad used to manage when my dad was younger.
What?
And that's how I met him. And Isaac literally taught me how to use cameras that day at my house because I just got a Sony A6 4000. And shout out to you for that shit, because
that's insane. That's full circle,
bro. Like that shit. And then I just stayed tapped in with him and like shooting each other DMs, texting each other, whatever.
He's down to earth, man.
Bro, he's one of the most pure people, and it's just so he's inspiring. I literally sent him a message when the Post Malone shit came out a couple weeks ago, because he had the Post Malone shit, he had the fucking Nicki Minaj shit, he had mad shit in like a 2-week span, and I'm like, bro, whenever I'm down, I see the shit that you're posting, and I just realize how possible this shit is, because like seeing someone from when they're just shooting with all the local people to go into that, it's like night and day, just straight inspiration.
Yeah,
like, that
bro,
shit is
fucking, man. He putting in that work, man.
He's a fucking workhorse and a half, bro.
He putting in that work, man. Like he was going to LA and shooting them videos and putting in that footwork, man, and doing
Straight
a lot of
up,
stuff.
bro.
So he definitely deserved that, man. You know, I'm rooting for bro. Like I want him to go even bigger. Like
he's gonna, bro. That dude is
going
unstoppable. Like
definitely going to.
Shout out Isaac, bro.
Yeah, shout out, bro. Shout out New Bedford, for real.
He's a straight up workhorse, bro. He's a straight up workhorse.
We just said we're gonna quit. Me and Isaac just said we're about to stop this. I'm about to stop rapping. He's about to stop shooting videos, and we're about to join the WWE.
I see.
When he was posting about the fucking wrestling shit, bro.
I told him I'm coming Mark Henry. You feel me? Bro. I'm about to be the new Mark Henry out here. You feel me?
Yo, cool, bro. Music need y'all. Music around here need y'all.
Nah, for sure.
Music around here need y'all. We don't need you guys wrestling instead, bro.
Sure.
I think I had to cry.
They don't want to see Slizzy in spandex. Not yet. Y'all, not yet. Y'all ain't ready for that yet.
Oh my
we'll get
God,
there.
bro. Oh my God. Being like moving around and shit so much and being around all the different parts.
Yeah.
If you had to name one town that has your favorite music scene within the New England region, what would you say?
It'd be Boston.
Boston?
For sure.
Boston scene.
Yeah, for sure.
Any specific part of Boston or just Boston in general?
I mean, because I don't know like the layout super duper good, you know what I mean? Like I'm not from here, but every like place that I've been, from the Dorchester to the Roxbury to Mattapan to the, you know what I mean? There's talent everywhere. Yeah,
and there is
every little.
That's why I was asking.
I was going to let you say it, but
like in every little crevice, even to the Everetts and the Cambridges and the shit, everywhere I went so far as being somebody from the outside. There's talent everywhere, bro.
Even the suburbs got talent. There's mad random places, bro. You just would not expect it.
Like to the point where if this place ever locked in together, it's over, bro. Like there's
everyone needs to, bro. That's why we gotta stop all that.
I'll say like, not everybody needs to, but
a good amount.
But if the overwhelming majority was like trying to, I don't even mean like, because everybody that's in like you could say like the art scene, as opposed to like make street music, most of those people fuck with each other. But like the streets is divided as fuck, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
they need to cross over.
And the street music, the streets in the art scene don't overlap much. Like it's only a few people who really have their foot in both. I'll say it's us. You could say Feed the Family. There's like a few, you know what I mean? But it's not really a lot. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
It's not too many. And then most of the other artists is literally like on some street
shit.
Artistic, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
they're one or the other.
Yeah,
they're all the way in the streets or all the way artsy.
And
you know what I mean? We're the ones who are kind of playing.
Yeah,
we're the ones who are making the gangsters feel
comfortable
both, in the art scene,
you know
and making the art
like,
scene feel comfortable with the gangsters, and it's like it's kind of confusing to a lot of people.
Well, like I said, once I feel like the art scene is a little more acceptive of the streets, because the streets is actually was popping. Like that's what's like music wise. That's what's actually lit. You get what I'm saying? That's what people are really listening to. Like
that's where all the streams are coming.
I mean, like I don't even mean like in Boston. I mean like
general,
nationally.
It's just what grabs attention. Right
nationally, people are not listening to like super artistic music every day all the time. That's not being pushed to the masses.
Yeah, even they're listening to Lil Durk.
They're listening to Lil Durk. They're listening to Lil Baby.
They're listening to Lil Baby.
So like the Lil Durks and the Lil Babies of Boston need to be pushed to the forefront, or at least be accepted by those people who are in these spaces who have these positions. You know?
Yeah, the fair needs to leave. You know what I mean? Because it's like this whole culture comes from the streets. You know what I mean? So it's like I think the street artists need a little more of a push. Because we need everybody's as educated either. You know what I mean?
More
like
crossover, definitely.
Definitely, we need that. Like
we need that crossover.
That's a big thing.
We need people who is all the way over here to fuck with niggas who's all the way over here.
Yeah, for sure.
I hate like
it's people like him that are doing it.
I was gonna say,
like,
bro,
it's literally
like
people like this nigga.
I hate the street dudes that just aren't willing to show their actual personality. Like they just always got to be on that type of timing where it's like I'm the toughest dude, fucking whatever the fuck. Like I hate that shit because it's like.
Sad.
Bro, it's a healthy. You look at like YoungBoy, for instance. You see that like fucking Stop the Violence video.
Yeah.
Mad people will just keep this persona that they have to be this tough motherfucker that doesn't crack a smile, doesn't crack a joke, whatever the fuck, and they just always.
That's ridiculous.
Like,
they never been through nothing, bro. Like, come on.
That's ridiculous.
Come on,
I mean, I like being a devil's advocate. Like, I know a lot of people who are forced to hold up that like. Type of act, you know what I mean? Where it's like that's the reason they're still alive. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So I do know certain people who have to kind of carry.
You talking about survival?
Yeah, you get what I mean. But then it's like there's people who don't have to do that, bro. Who's like you're literally trying to like bring. You're trying to be this gangster. You're trying.
You gang banging on breakfast.
It's not cool. Like you can be gangster and be happy. Nobody said gangster means angry and depressed.
I'm not talking about it in the regular sense of just regular. By the way, move a little bit closer to the mic. My bad. I'm not talking about it just in the regular sense of just your regular like person that's doing that shit.
Yeah.
I'm talking about specifically in the artist sense.
Yeah,
because
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I know. Like some people gotta. It's funny because I had like a fucking video pop up in my recommended today of Rick Ross and how he had to break up with his ex because of that picture with Meek Mill and shit. And I was watching that and how he broke up with her just to maintain his image and shit. And I understand that to an extent, but at the same time, like, as much as that street respect is important, I feel like a big part of just seeing a change in artists is just seeing them realize that there's more and breaking down that layer of it's like, I'm going to be vulnerable and I'm going to show you that I'm not just this dude all the time. I'm going to give you the comedic side. I'm going to give you this side of me that's vulnerable and heartbroken. Like seeing that side of people, to me, it just shows so much more, not even shows, but it just brings so much more longevity because when you stay strictly to that shit, it kind of just boxes you in to one specific
when you try
crowd.
to build yourself up to look perfect when they find out you're not perfect.
That's the other thing. You're setting yourself up for failure. You're setting yourself up for failure.
That's why, like you said, like the artists I kind of like collaborate with and move with, those are people that aren't afraid to be their self. You know what I mean? Like, we don't judge each other. We all know we've been through whatever. But some people just try to, put that shield.
That's
on.
the thing,
you know
bro.
what I mean?
Like,
it's like, bro.
There's people I've been around, and then people that are fans of them, and sort of either outside this music shit, or they're just like they're people that go to shows and shit and don't really pursue anything creative, or a artist that hasn't interacted with them. But they'll be like, "Oh, how's this person? Blah blah blah. Like, did they have guns in the session? Whatever the fuck. Like, this typically be white people that be saying it.
Ridiculous.
Sorry, ridiculous. But they be saying shit like that, and I'm like, bro, they're just regular ass. Like, they're cool as fuck. Yeah. But then I also see. Like, knowing people personally and then seeing their internet personas of just the tough guy act and shit, I'm like, bro, I wish you would peel back layers of your personality because all around, if you had that, like me seeing how funny some of these dudes are in sessions versus how they look on social media, I'm like, bro, if that was a layer that you incorporated into your brand, that shit would be fire. Like, it's like your brand is a perfect example. Like, I didn't even know that you were locked up before, but you're saying this right now. You're saying the whole thing about being the mixture between the art, but I know you more as a comedic dude.
Nah, for sure.
Like, obviously, I listen to your music.
That's a good thing.
That's kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, that's how I always been. It's like, oh, Frank, he'll put a smile on your face. Like, so it's like, bro, why would I change that?
I know you as a funny dude. I don't know you as a fucking shooter or whatever the fuck.
Bro,
like, I know you as a funny dude.
Because that's not who my mother raised.
Like, But that's what I mean
You know
by
what I'm
it.
saying?
It's
like my mother didn't raise no like I am who I am. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to ever to like. I don't want my mother to know me as a shooter. I don't want my grandmother to be like, oh, my grandbaby's a murderer. Like,
nah,
bro,
honestly
like,
though, because there's a fine line. Like you can be, I don't know, you can stand on business when the time calls for it.
But it's not all the time.
But it's not all the time.
Thank you.
And like he said, like it's people who like they own family know them as this killer, this like you know what I mean. There's a fine line between like that and that's a different type of life when you live life that way. You get what I'm saying? Like that's not for everybody, bro. You get what I'm saying?
100%.
That's definitely not for everybody. Versus like, you know what I mean? Being multifaceted, like he said, being able to just laugh at some
exist
shit.
in
Like
certain spaces.
laugh at
That's
yourself.
what I mean.
Like-
a lot of people, bro, what I was gonna say, a lot of people don't know how to laugh at themselves, bro. You get what I'm saying?
For
Like
sure.
one thing I learned or I've seen just being around bro more, because I met Frank from Kai, you get what I'm saying? Like their family, and I knew Kai first, but I knew who he was. You get what I'm
he
saying?
went to
Like,
school, middle school with my first cousin,
Yeah,
and all
like-
type of stuff. So we was already kind of
yeah, we already knew of each other, but like being around him more, I'll say he could laugh at himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of people, bro, take themselves too serious, bro, and it holds you back. Like, it holds you back OD.
That's
1,000%,
like, you know what I'm
bro.
saying? Like, I
It's-
feel like that's just something that people gotta learn.
It's just ridiculous because, like, it's like the whole entire thing. It's the same thing as sticking to one genre. Like, if you just drop straight drill of just, I'm gonna fucking kill you, this, that, the third, smoking on dead ops, X, Y, and Z.
shout out the drill rappers.
Like,
but
no, shout out the drill rappers.
out
And
to
I'm
drill
not,
rappers.
I'm not
You're
talking
right,
about.
though,
But if you
No.
kill somebody in every song, I
Yeah.
don't really want to listen to your music.
That's the thing, but also like it's like at least add a diversity sense. Like there's motherfuckers that they do it the right way, where they'll incorporate it in different ways. They might make a
Facts.
melodic song, they might make some fucking shit over a guitar randomly, and then they have the drill shit typical mixed in. But seeing people just break down those layers and dip in the multiple things, if they don't do that, it's almost like they're boxing themselves into an extent that it's just they're putting such a low ceiling on themselves. It sucks to watch because think about it. Like the way you were talking earlier, like you don't want your mom to know you as a killer. You don't want me to know you as a killer or whatever the fuck.
for sure.
If everybody views you as that, if you think about the broad scheme, everybody thinks about just their town. People don't think about the whole entire country. People don't think about all the other countries. People don't think about the fact that there's so many different continents we're not even touching. But if you sit there and you actually break it down, if you put that label on yourself and that's all that you are, what is the capacity that you could
Yeah,
grow?
what's really like your calling, bro? Like, you know what I mean? I mean, there's spaces for everybody, you know what I mean? But it's like,
Yeah.
I'd rather not, personally. Like, I'm good.
Literally.
Like, I'd rather not.
And I feel like personally, I would rather you not look at me like I'm always on one or like I'm a killer or like this toughest person in the world, because if it comes down to it, I'd rather you underestimate me than those type people come at them with everything they have.
Yeah.
If you move like you're a killer
Jason
every
That's
second
why,
of the day,
like,
you get what
bro,
I'm saying? People are, when it finally comes
transporter.
time for somebody to come at you, they're gonna come at you with everything
Bro,
they have.
No disrespect to any of the rappers that have passed in those circumstances, but 9 times out of 10, that's the reason. Because you hear these stories about them fucking getting gunned down because they acted in some sort of way. And then after they die, the truth comes out that they weren't really to that extent, but they put up this fucking persona that literally leads to that shit.
Yeah, that's a
And
downfall to a lot of people, man.
literally,
A lot
bro,
of
and it's
great
just sad to see time
Be
and time
yourself.
again.
If Slizzy ever told you anything, just be yourself, man. Like, it doesn't matter. Just be yourself, bro. It doesn't matter who you're hanging with, where you're at. Just be you, man. And if they don't like you, get away from them. Like, they're not for you, but just be yourself. That's my message. Feel me?
1,000%, bro.
Sure.
1,000%. In this sense, oh shit, were you gonna say anything? In the sense, if you guys want to get a shot, we can take a break because I got to piss.
Oh,
If you
yeah,
wanna take,
shot.
like, a
Shot
second-
time?
Second, if you want to. If you want to.
Yeah, let's get it.
We'll take it. We're gonna take a quick break. You're gonna see the SpongeBob meme right now. We'll be back in a second.
A few moments later.
Let's get it.
Conversation we were having before, I believe, was about just like being yourself and not boxing yourself in. How we were talking about the typical street dude that just doesn't do shit except fucking just mean mug and do whatever the fuck.
Yeah, super gangsta.
But talking about that, how you were talking about you guys are the perfect balance between the street shit and the artistic shit.
Yeah.
How important do you feel the energy overall that you keep around you? Because I feel like overall a lot of those
Everything. That's everything, bro. Energy is everything, bro. If you don't got the right energy around you, you're all set, bro. That's like no sazon, no pepper, like no seasoning. You are what you're around. You get what I'm saying? Like, even if you want to say it not, that energy is gonna rub off on you, bro. Like, so keep a good team around you, bro. That's automatic.
It's a fact, yeah. I feel like everybody knows product your environment applies to everything, so
sure. Good energy, man.
Talking about energy, what do you feel right now? Like the crowd of people that are fucking with each other, just overall, what do you feel like the energy is like? Because there's often a narrative we were just talking about before of just hatred in Boston. Overall, people try to push that narrative, but if you look at the young people right now, everyone's fucking with each other.
Yeah,
I feel like it's better than ever right now. I feel like from all the generations I've seen, I think we made the biggest dent. Like, the most people are finally rocking with each other. Like, I think we definitely changed that agenda where it's like certain people are feeling comfortable in spaces with each other, and people aren't as afraid to like put their art out there and be themselves and spread it. You know what I mean? Like, so I think it's a better energy space right now than it's ever been in New England.
I think like bro said, I think artists that are like in the art scene for real, everybody fucks with each other for the most part. Or at least everybody's showing love to each other. I mean, I don't really know if niggas genuinely fuck with each other, but that, you know what I mean? I feel like everybody's showing love to each other. I think the next step, like I said, is just getting the streets to
fuck with them.
Yeah, exactly. Because once we get literally everybody to fuck with each other, I don't mean niggas to fuck with their ops, but I mean like the niggas that are way over here in the art lane to fuck with the niggas that are way over here, then we can really say this shit's super genuinely everybody fucking with each other. You get what I'm saying? Because right now, I feel like it's two different worlds. You know what I'm saying? And you might say everybody in this world and everybody in this world both fuck with each other. You get what I'm saying? But it's not really like...
It's not meshing.
Yeah, we got to find a way to mesh it. You get what I'm saying?
Everybody needs to feel safe, man, That's really what it all comes down to, People don't want to feel like they're devaluing or taking value. I don't know if that's the right word, but taking value from what they got going on, So we need to make that space feel comfortable for everybody. And that's where Rebel Mafia comes in,
I 100% agree, bro. Because the New England scene overall is so diverse. Because you could go somewhere like you got Surge up in New Hampshire doing some fucking like yeet shit, random ass shit. You got you guys, then you got Van Buren, which is kind of the same, but it's completely different at the same time. Then you go look at other shit. You got Millie's, which is straight, just fucking high level rap, like he phrases it. But you dabble in everywhere. Then you got pop artists. You got punk pop. You got literally every genre possible.
Afro, reggaeton,
literally. Bro, there's
R&B,
Latin music. There's a Latin music scene I just found out about. Shout out J Rose, bro. Yeah. Like, there's just mad diversity here. And I feel like a lot of people aren't realizing that's the beauty of the scene here. Everyone wants to push that street narrative. Everyone wants to make that the main focus.
Yeah, for sure.
But if you really look at the New England scene overall, the diversity is what's making it so fucking dope.
Yeah, there's everything. Like, even like with the ethnicity and everything out here, that's what it is, Where pop,
everything, bro.
With jambalaya, with a big jambalaya, So it's like, as a whole, I feel like that's just what it always been, and we've been fighting it for like decades. You know what I mean? Like, we just been fighting it. Like, we need to work together, man. That's just what it is. It's the only way it's gonna work. Really, you know what I mean? That's it.
Literally, people be trying to brand it as one thing, but it's a Skittle pack.
Yeah, thank you.
It's literally a Skittle pack, bro. It's every fucking color if you think about it.
Tough.
Got every race, you got every fucking genre, you got everything. Literally everything.
That's fire.
People just gotta realize
it's a fire metaphor.
No, it's true though.
I'm living in a Skittle.
Literally, we're living in a Skittle. What color? What color would you be?
Oh, I'm purple all day.
I'm gonna be purple.
That's my favorite color.
I'm gonna be purple, of course.
Purple Skittles.
Purple Skittles. We all purple Skittles.
Yeah.
Again, that's what I'm about to start calling the DOD army, but that sounds sus as fuck if I call you guys that.
Shout out my purple Skittles, man.
You see? If I start saying that shit, bro. If I start saying that shit, I'm gonna sound sus as fuck.
That's
purple
crazy.
Skittles, bro. That's the perfect way. Like, it's literally, look at every other music scene. You look at the artists coming out of there, it's generally the same exact sounds. Or you know what I mean? It's in the realm of the same exact sound.
It'll be and like then in a certain space, tight space,
And then you look at here, and it's just everything.
It's everything.
Because we haven't established one sound, you know.
I feel like that's a beauty. I feel like that's what's gonna make us pop. Though.
That is fire. Yeah,
I feel like if you think about it, you can't really relay. LA is different because LA is just LA isn't even like that because I feel like LA you have the distinct LA sounds that is like fucking Draco.
They do have their own sounds,
like shit like that. But
they got all the labels over there too and everything.
They might have multiple different sounds,
whole different
within there. They have like a few different.
They know what the labels
subgenres.
want. You get what I'm saying? Like they're ahead of the curve with us. Like they know what's hot already. So it's like we're over here where it's like we gotta go on YouTube and we gotta look online and. You know what I mean? And we got to kind of like or create something
or
new.
Challenge
but
with that.
I think like New England is super heavy on being influenced by other places.
It is,
you get what I'm saying? So it's like we're internet babies, bro. Like everybody's on the internet seeing what's new, what's hot, what's this, what's that, and curating it with our own self. You know what I mean? So it's like I feel like LA, they're like we can sound like Eazy and blow up. There's already kind of a lane for them. You get what I mean?
They have a formula to it.
You know what I mean? And there's so many labels out there. Everybody's A&R, everybody's this, everybody's that. You can talk to them and be like, yo, is this it? Is this the one? We don't really have that many people over here that can solidify you, bro. You got one.
Yeah, the infrastructure.
You know what I'm saying? So it's different over there.
There's a crazy lack of infrastructure, but we were talking about it on the Noble podcast. Everybody be bitching about that. But then you look at it, right? You got mad people. I forget what. He was saying some shit. The dude that started Launchpad is the same dude that started Charlamagne Show. Why am I forgetting? Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club, yeah.
Same dude that started Launchpad is the same dude that started Breakfast Club. Everyone be bitching about their podcast not getting views. Joe Rogan is from Boston. Biggest podcast in the world. I don't know if you guys knew that.
I didn't even know that.
Even like music videos, people be bitching about music videos. JMP, which I don't know if you know who that is.
Of course,
yeah.
James, yeah.
JMP is shot for fucking like X and shit, and he's from fucking here.
Yeah.
But there's like mad crazy shit like that, and then obviously we have
I
like,
heard you say his name before.
we have like the millies of stizzes and shit. But everybody be bitching about the lack of infrastructure, and it's like that is what we're missing 100%. But also people be acting like it's impossible, and in reality, you look at it.
Yeah, I think you just have to understand that like everybody that's actually achieving something is looking at it bigger than just here.
Exactly.
Yeah, for
You know what I mean?
And they've been working at it for years. That's what a lot of people get discouraged after a year or two of trying shit.
Like if you really want anything in life, what do you got to do? You got to keep fucking working. Like, you know what I mean? Like you can't.
Literally.
Ain't shit coming overnight. Nothing good. You get what I'm saying? Like don't nothing really good. We all had a one night stand. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit don't usually go that far, and if it do, it's not really it. You know what I mean? Like you don't really, you know what I mean? I like going through the steps. I feel like that's a big thing. Everybody needs to go through the steps. Whatever you do, you get in the gym, go through the steps. Don't try to pop a steroid. Like you get what I'm saying? Like whatever you do, bro. Like these are like GTA cheat code motherfuckers out here. Like nobody wants to like. I was using the cheat code too in GTA. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie. You feel me?
Niggas is creative players. What?
Oh yeah, it's a lot of NBA blacktop vibes going on. You know what I mean? People just popping up out of nowhere, you know, with a lot of recognition. But
creative players.
that's life. That's why you work harder though. You know what I mean? That's why we work harder. You feel me?
1000%, bro. I've been talking about it podcast after podcast. There's always someone working harder than me.
Thank you, bro.
And that got to be the battery in your back that just keeps you going. Because if you're not gonna do it, someone else is gonna fucking do it and take your spot.
Hard work beats talent.
1000%. I see it,
Every
bro.
trip.
I've been using that example, owning a studio the past like 2 years and like a month now. That shit, bro.
It's the truth, man.
It's so apparent. I will have motherfuckers that are the most talented people I've ever met, and they just don't have any work ethic, and they will time and time again. There will be some dude that straight up sucks, bro. Like what the fuck? I said the Noble
crazy.
Taco Bell diarrhea. That's my analogy I used that with Noble before. I said Taco Bell diarrhea music. They come in here fucking making, and then they'll fucking book a session every week, every couple weeks, whatever the fuck. Give it a couple months, however long it takes. It's different for everyone. But then they're better than the fucking person that has that natural talent.
Nah, that's a fact.
And
that's a fact.
they're seeing more results because they're expanding. They're not just staying in that same fucking
And they're
box.
spending time
bro.
focused on what they're trying to accomplish. Like a lot of people don't realize that like music is so.
Move a little closer to the mic, my bad.
Music is so, like, I don't even know the word to use because there's a lot of different ways to describe it, but it's just so unique. Like
it's a clusterfuck.
Each person's story is very unique, especially with rap music. So like, or the way that we deliver it. You know what I mean? So I think the sooner you realize that, like, okay, I'm just trying to create my unique sound, vibe, and story, the better off you're gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, people will come in here making like whatever, and over time they probably realize, you know, all right, this is what I really want to do, and this is what I really want to achieve. You know what I'm saying? And then eventually it gets better. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what everybody.
It is, bro. It is. It just sucks to see people
Yeah.
do it. You could tell them everything, and they still just, I don't know.
A lot of people don't really have a passion for this shit. You know, once they figure out people like that, once they figure out the business, they quit.
That's what I was gonna say. The weird thing is, I feel like with a lot of the artists that are naturally talented, it's not that they don't have a love for it. They have a love for it, but they just don't have that drive once it comes to all the business shit and stuff, which it's understandable because mixing business and art, it sucks to an extent. But at the same time, if you really gave a fuck about your career that much,
you're gonna put it in.
You're gonna do it.
A lot of people want to or enjoy making music. A lot of people don't enjoy the process of trying to make money off music. You know what I mean? Like as a career.
But it's a necessity at the end of the day. Like realistically, if you how
what
are you
doing
turn
it for when you're
like if you're gonna turn something
it could
into
just be a
career,
hobby, but like if that's just a hobby, then you should treat it like it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Especially in this modern day, because back then you could have records and you could be a low key artist and make bread still if you really wanted to, because people couldn't consume content. But nowadays, you can't do that shit, bro. Streams aren't paying shit. Streams are like, you need to be throwing shows, selling merch, doing X, Y, and Z, fucking ad campaigns, whatever the fuck. But everybody just thinks they could fucking do bare minimum and they're just magically going to get a fucking $10 million record deal. It's like, bro.
Yeah, bare minimum. People get bare minimum shit, man.
1000%, bro.
For sure.
1000%. What keeps you guys motivated? Talking about all this shit.
Motivated. Keep me motivated. Of course, you know, my mother. Like, you know, that's one of the main things keep me motivated. Like, and then my like I said, Rebel Mafia, we ain't a rap group, we a family. So like we really related by blood and like real in-house vibes. So like my brothers, you know what I mean? My brothers and my sisters, they keep me motivated. That's what keep me pushing.
I'll say the most important thing to me in terms of like motivation is I wouldn't even say like one person, but like you said, family. Like just understanding that like no matter what I was gonna do in my life, I had to do something like, you know what I mean, that was gonna take my family to the next level, and like really understanding that and not giving up on that. You know what I mean? I think that's what motivates me every day. And like you said, like the bros, like we've been trying to do this for a minute, so. And it's very tangible, and like we're getting closer and closer each day. So
1000%.
I feel like that's the motivation.
Off the muscle too.
Yeah, like off of us, yeah. Like,
you know, we don't shout out everybody who do like rock with us and like do try to, you know, like point us in the right direction. But a lot of this has definitely been off the muscle. You feel me? Like for real.
A lot of people almost, like I even catch myself doing it a bunch of times. You almost take for granted when you're part of a collective or team the fact that there's mad of you that are just motivating each other.
For sure.
And it's just...
It's a big part. Like,
it's a beautiful thing.
It is. Like, because when one of us falls down, another one of us is like, nah, let's go.
Yeah, we take each other's crutch for real. You know what I mean? There's been times where we hit that, one of us hit that block, and we're just like, this is Aggie, bro. I'm done.
Yeah.
I give up, towel. You feel me? Waving the flag. You feel me? And then one of the other homies like going crazy with it. You know what I mean? It just like gives you that feel again. You're like, oh nah, I need to. You know what I mean? I need to get back in that ring. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like we keep each other like going with this, even on life basis. You know what I mean? Like we gotta. It's the mafia. You know, we keep going, man.
Keep going. How do you guys go about doing that? Because whenever people are down or whatever, I always say to everyone, I'm like, we're as strong as our weakest link. So. Like I feel like
That's true.
Everyone, there's good parts, amazing parts about being part of a team, but also it's like if you have one motherfucker that is not putting in any work, I feel like it just overall drags the team down. Even if say there's 10 people, even if it's that one person, 10%, if you want to be mathematical or whatever the fuck. If it's one person, it just brings everyone's motivation down. And then I feel like always 9 times out of 10, that one person turns into 2 people. Then it turns to 4 people.
We never really had that problem.
We've never had that at all.
Pity party.
Yeah, we never really had that problem.
That's called a pity party. We don't do that.
For sure. Facts. We don't do that. For the simple fact that we all had to stand on our own too at one point. with the art and the music and just, you get what I'm saying? So if one person's having a rough patch, you get what I'm saying? That's what we call it. We don't really, if somebody's going through something or somebody's not really in their groove like that, like I said, we each other's crutch. We're gonna keep going and keep, you know what I mean? We're gonna put you in that right situation mentally, where it's like, yo, even if you ain't feeling right now, we're here. We're gonna keep going. It's the family. It don't never stop. And when you're ready to go, it's time. You know what I mean? That's really how we move. Like, we try to keep everything orchestrated like that. You know.
Have you guys ever like removed anybody?
Yeah.
You have. How many people would you say?
Thousands.
Yeah.
No, I'm just playing.
A million.
No, I'm just playing. I'm bullshitting, but you know, just a few. I mean, it's life, you know. A lot of you gotta. Sometimes, you know, shit happens, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I feel like sometimes too, people gotta understand, like, if we on a mission, something this serious, bro, you get what I'm saying? Like, we gotta make sure everybody's really serious and about this mission. You know what I mean? And if not, like, unfortunately, you know what I mean, you just can't be a part of the ride. Like, it is what it is. You
It's
know
a
what I mean?
sad thing.
Hey, everybody that's sitting at the table gotta be 10 toes.
Literally, bro.
and understand what you're at the table for.
It's sad,
you know, what you bring to the table. You know, and we all bring loyalty first. You know.
Sucks. How do you get over? Because I've been in the past 3 years, it's been like 18, 20 people that are no longer here, whether they left on their own terms or whatever
like that,
happened.
Be
But
like
it's just, it always sucks because you always see the potential in people and then just seeing them fall off. Like, how do you guys deal with getting over that?
Understanding that people are sometimes for the seasons, you know. Even somebody that like you that I'll give advice to, because you run a business, bro. In a situation like that, where you think about those 18 to 20 people, just look at it like in the positive outlook. Like, you got to affect those people's lives. You might have actually changed the trajectory of their life. You get what I'm saying?
Sure.
Just by them being here for a short period of time. So, I don't know, appreciating that shit and then, like, you know, knowing when to move on.
Yeah, you definitely got to know your energy. That's what I try to look at. Sometimes I know the energy I brought into people's life, and if I know I didn't do anything but try to help them or try to, like, push them in a certain direction, I can't really dwell on that. You know what I mean? Like, no love lost type of vibes. You feel me? Like, I'm not gonna drag it. Like, you know, I wish the best for you. You know?
You guys spitting facts. Spitting facts. I needed to hear that. Needed to hear that.
Feel
Bro,
me?
the best thing about these podcasts, bro, everyone always asks them, like, ooh, how do you make this? Like, oh, my headphones just died, and that's mad fucking weird.
Dun, dun, dun.
But everyone always be like, oh, how do you make these podcasts, whatever the fuck. And it's because I ask advice for myself or the people around me.
For sure.
So hearing that shit, like, thank y'all.
Yeah, you already know, bro. You're welcome.
Thank you.
For real, for real.
Thank y'all. But I want to get on this topic, just talking about all of this shit, talking about energy, X, Y, and Z. The whole entire energy, like, I was talking about it a little bit before. Being a platform, you have so much energy. And there's some older heads in the region that they be wanting to throw disrespect on all of the young motherfuckers. And lately it's been coming to light. And I'm going to just say it, fuck it. CW, even though Charlie, I got fucking love for you. But this whole Adam shit going on, plus just in general, like, I have respect for what bro does. And I see him as a pioneer of this shit. But at the same time, I see it as a double-edged sword because promoting all of that shit, you're putting that shit in the young people's brains. And like I was saying earlier, I see that the young motherfuckers, we're on a completely different wavelength. We're not in that hating mindset. And I kind of see what he's doing, at least with his specific influence that he has. He's just pushing hate and pushing X, Y, and Z.
As in Charlie, right?
Yeah. I'm talking about just in general, hating on young people, hating on also just anybody that's not fucking straight up street dudes. I feel like for the most part, if you're not a straight up killer, Charlie has something to say to you.
Or if you don't present yourself to be such.
Yeah.
You know?
Is that what you're saying?
Like just in general, I feel like there's so much, like, I talked about it on the Adam shit, and this Adam shit should be out by this, but whatever. Like, Charlie said whatever about, I talked about it on the Noble podcast that came out yesterday, so I don't even know why, but Charlie tried to call me a Saxon or whatever the fuck and be like, oh, you're a culture vulture, X, Y, and Z, and then Nicole checked him, and Nicole's like, he's Cape Verdean.
He tried to white boy you.
And then he went at Adam. But here's my whole thing. I was talking to you about it a little bit. hip hop's a multi-billion-dollar industry for a fucking reason, bro. It didn't say specific. We talked about it earlier on this podcast. It didn't say specific just to the fucking streets. We didn't get to where we're at because we stayed strictly to the streets and strictly to a fucking skin color, bro.
Yeah, no, everybody plays a piece for sure.
Everybody plays a piece. There's A&R.
I mean, I think it's good to acknowledge like that this is black music, this is street culture,
1000%,
and that's what it comes from. But there's a way for people to be also involved in this, obviously, because people have been from the jump. 1000%. And there's also a way to like give flowers where they're due. You know what I mean? And when somebody is just blatantly hating, it's like, bro, I don't even know what to say to you, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I feel like, you know, some people just are who they are. You know what I mean? Like, without getting too into that, because, like I said, I just want to spread, like,
love,
you know, positive shit for real. I had enough negativity in my life, but it's like, I feel like it all boils down to who you are. Like, if you're just that type of person and that's what you're giving, that's who you are, what you're giving out. You know what I mean? You're gonna get it back, though. That's the thing about life. You know, that's what I was always taught. What you put out, you get back, bro. So I feel like everybody should just try to show some love, bro. And if you don't like it, it's not for you. You don't have to drag everything you don't like, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like, all the time I hear shit. I got a whole bunch of little homies from the hood that be like, yo, Frank, yo, bro, I need you on this song. And I'm like, bro, you gotta do this.
Yeah,
like,
you gotta do your due diligence first.
Yeah, like, you gotta get your ad libs.
But I'm not gonna.
But I ain't gonna just.
Yeah, I'm not gonna shoot you down.
Like, this is trash. Like, I ain't fucking with it. Like, and that's what people need to realize. Like, that energy is just it's lame. Yeah. You know, it's lame, bro. So I just hope everybody can like just start appreciating themselves.
What was your question though?
You know?
No, just overall, like the influence of
about, like,
shit like that. Because that's not even the only platform. I honestly, that's the only platform that I know the name of. I've seen other clips, but I do not know who the fuck you guys are. Like, straight up, I'm not trying to be like a dickhead or whatever the fuck, but I've seen other clips because even one of them was DMing KZ, talking shit to KZ about whatever the fuck. I don't know who the fuck you guys are.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Respect to you guys for being in this shit so long, but also you got to realize, like we were saying before, you're like, people talking shit about me are 12 years older than me. I'm 20. I just turned 22 years old like 2 weeks ago. You are literally like 12 years older than me, and you just gotta take a step back and realize, like I was saying, it's a different generation, bro.
Love there, bro.
It's a different generation.
It should be applauds, whether I like what you're doing or not. You're trying to do something in my area, applaud it, bro.
That's how I see it, because I'm like, bro, if I shoot you a DM prior being like, I fuck with you, yada yada yada, and then I see this shit after we agreed to do a podcast, I'm like, bro, I just like, bro, I still have respect. Like I said, at the end of the day, I still got respect. At the end of the day, like I said before, that's somebody that I fucked with what they were doing. But at the end of the day, seeing all this negative shit come out as a culture, as a whole, in a unit, how we were talking about people working together, we just got to do fucking better, bro. Because I see other platforms promoting that shit, and the more people that do that shit, it's just pushing a negative narrative, which trickles down into everything. The same way I was talking about weakest links within collectives. As a community, the more people we have that's fucking pushing that shit, it's gonna fucking pop up. So we gotta cut that shit the fuck out, bro.
It's weak, man. It's lame.
It's weak as fuck. And I'm not trying to shit talk or whatever the fuck. I'm trying to be mature about this shit. Yeah, but it's just a reality, and I don't even mean no disrespect by that 12-year age gap, but I'm just trying to put things in the fucking perspective, bro.
You're speaking your truth,
my brother. It can't be disrespect, bro. That's literally the truth.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying? And I was gonna say one last thing, bro. Like, I feel like Frank made a good point, and this goes for like whether you're doing podcasts, whether you're rapping. Like, if you try to like come into something and you want to be like something that already exists, you get what I'm saying? You're already missing the mark. You get what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's okay to be influenced by things. It's okay to like take like, you know what I mean, inspiration. But like when you're like trying to be a carbon copy of something that you saw before, and that's your reasoning for why you're doing what you're doing, and it seems like that's probably the reason why like Dog's is like always hating on something. I feel like he's seen that somewhere before. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I've seen it before.
Yeah, we've seen that before. So it's like
I've seen it in the
hood. It exists. It exactly. It exists everywhere, bro. You get what I'm saying? So it's like you've seen that before, and you're trying to do that on like your little platform because that's the caricature that you created for yourself. That's fine, bro. But when you start with those intentions, bro, it doesn't ever end well. You know what I'm saying?
Bro. I
so
just
like that's the final words I'll say.
We pushing peace to bro, man. Hopefully, everything gets better and everybody can just show love.
Peace and love.
I want to have a conversation. I want to have an episode and I want to sit down and talk about this shit because I just feel like
you feel me. Like I'm really a gangster, bro. So like I'm really not like I just want everybody to be happy and like you feel me. Like we need to push. We need to push.
I want a perfect world of everybody just fucking working together and shit.
That's what I'm saying.
No problems.
There's no reason why we can't.
Yeah. It's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. But we could
spread peace, baby.
We could do whatever we could do to get close.
We could do whatever. Slizzy for world peace. You feel me?
We could do whatever we could do to get close.
Put me on all the flyers, everything. You feel me? Come on,
bro. That's the thing. It's just people don't realize. All the shit we were talking about, just the importance of whatever narrative you push.
For sure.
Like if you're doing anything that you have some sort of influence whatsoever, no matter how minimal or how big it is, if you have any sort of influence and you're pushing some sort of public agenda that you have people that are following you with that shit, you have so much power in your hands, even if it's 5 people.
For sure.
Even if it's 10 people. Even if it's fucking however many million, whatever the fuck. If you have power that you are straight up influencing people, that is a scary situation to be in if you really think about it, because you might have some random kid that's listening to your music or whatever the fuck, and they take whatever the fuck you're saying seriously. And they might take it to heart, so you just gotta, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta, it's a slippery slope. That's the best way to describe it. It's a slippery slope, and trying to maintain that responsibility, I feel like it's a hard thing as a artist.
It's not easy,
as an artist.
You know what I mean? But first thing you learn is, well, I can't say it for everybody, but the first thing I learned is like I'm not the greatest human on earth. You know what I mean? Like I can just speak my truths, and whoever can take from that can take from that. You know what I mean? I was put on the earth to be me. You know what I'm saying? And like whoever I can affect positive through that, that's how I be rocking. You know what I mean? Like, of course, it's life. Sometimes everybody ain't gonna like you. You might affect somebody negative, you might affect somebody positive, but I'm gonna speak my truths, and hopefully it can do what it's supposed to do. You know what I mean? That's how I be feeling.
That's the way to go. That's the way to go. How you feel?
Shit, bro.
Move closer. I can't hear.
Shit. My fault, bro. Ask me the question one more time.
I think you like.
What was the question?
Just the narrative you push, and like that slippery slope of just the influence that you have.
I would say I think like Frank said, knowing that I'm not perfect, like, and also it's not always my responsibility. Like, it's not always gonna be my responsibility. Like, who's influenced by what I say and what I do. You get what I'm saying? It's just my responsibility to make sure that what I'm putting out there is positive. And if it's not gonna be positive, that it's for a reason. You get what I'm saying? Like, if I'm on some negative shit, if I'm on some angry shit, it's gonna be for a reason. You get what I'm saying? I want you to at least understand it. You get what I'm saying? Like,
sure.
1,000%.
I respect that.
That's the thing. Being an artist, like we were talking about before, the diversity, you got to show all layers of your emotions. You got to be sad, let that shit out in the song. Don't just be mad all the fucking time.
That's why we artists for
I think I said that to you before, though.
You did.
About just being vulnerable, because I learned, like,
you did.
Bro, you got to look at the biggest artists in the world, bro, especially rap music. Like, the highest charting artist, I think, is Eminem and Drake. Or Drake and Eminem. I don't know which order it is, but I think it's Eminem and Drake. And those are two of the most vulnerable people. Like, they're letting you in on their whole life. You get what I'm saying? So you look at like who's really like lasting and selling and becoming a superstar. Even people like Jay-Z, he's super introspective, bro.
Even
Young Boy. He's letting you in on his life. He's being vulnerable. He doesn't care if you're gonna judge him. You know what I'm saying? Like, 100%. And that's who lasts for real. Like,
seriously, no, that's a very, very valid statement.
Yeah,
bro.
that's a
very valid statement. I just hate people boxing themselves in, bro.
A lot of people do that out of fear.
I hate that shit. I just wish, because you always see the potential in people, like we were talking about previously. You always see the potential in people, and you just want to see them do more, and then they stick to one thing, and you're just sitting there scratching your head like, what the fuck? But at the end of the day, it's something about you can walk the horse to the bucket, but they can't drink. You can't force them to drink the water.
You can bring a horse to the water, but you can't make them drink. You
can do everything to set a motherfucker up.
And there's the other side of it. You could teach a man to fish, or you can give him a fish, and it's like, all right, I can give you this fish, bro, right? But you just gonna be able to eat today. If I teach you how to fish, you can eat for the rest of your life. a lot of people don't want to learn though. You get what I'm saying?
So
So
they're just
that's
gonna take temporary thing.
basically what you're saying, bro. It's like a lot of times, bro, people just don't want to learn.
A lot of times too, off of that, people are always chasing temporary satisfaction instead of long-term shit, bro.
Yeah, that instant gratification.
A lot of people will just take
that instant gratty, man.
literally, bro. A lot of people will take instant gratification
That
any day
instant
whatsoever.
gratification, man. I've never been a fan of it.
Bro,
You know,
it's
like so it goes
it's
back
in
to what I
the
said about that.
moment. What's good? We got some. We
got
got poetic Patty in the
got a
building.
celebrity in the
We made
building.
Podcast.
Hold up, drum roll.
We made podcast.
Can we get a drum
If you want to
roll?
stand, you can stand right there next to the light.
Can I get a drum roll? Can we get a drum roll?
Wait, I don't know the sounds and I can't hear anything, so I'm not even gonna press any of the buttons.
Hold up, cheers. Can we get a cheers? Can we get a cheers? shout out poetic Patty, man. You already know what she be
I got
doing, man.
something,
She's
but-
if you don't know, you better get in tune right now, man.
Wait, close that door and stand right there, por favor. Or you can stand back
taking
there if
shots?
you want to.
Por
You guys are
favor.
taking shots, I guess.
Let's have a toast to the douchebags, man.
Toast to
Toast
the
to
Come on, man. We gotta
Toast
toast
to
to the douchebags, man.
That's the rest of my
Oh, that's
drink.
biting like Mike Tyson.
What kind of bro is that?
Reposado. Reposado.
That's hitting like Batman.
Bro.
Oh my goodness.
Like Batman?
Yeah, that's
You-
the thing.
You a superhero fan?
You said am I a superhero fan?
Yeah.
I like Batman, bro. You know what I mean? But other than that, like I'm definitely like a
That man was beating niggas up for selling Trey Fives, bro.
bro. Batman was a dog, bro. He
beating
had
niggas up-
no
he was beating
powers,
niggas
bro.
up- he was beating
Yo,
niggas
I'm
up for
sorry.
selling
If you're
dubs.
from the hood, he's the truth. He had, bro.
Nah, he's
he
like
had
that. He's
no
like that. I'm
powers,
not
bro.
gonna take that away from you.
He had that bag, bro. If anything, Batman
His
showed
powers,
you.
no, but
Yeah.
His power was having that
This is my
bag.
thing. If you know who I like versus Batman, not versus, but like
Who?
you know how I like a little bit more than Batman because I feel like it's more realistic.
Who?
Tony Stark.
On God.
But let me explain. Let me explain. Let me explain.
Bro, Batman's parents got boom, bro.
That's tough.
He had real
That's
traumatics.
tough.
You feel me? Like
But
Tony's dead too.
he did. They
yeah,
did.
yeah. He lost his people.
RP Tony Stark.
And that's tough. That's tough.
feel
But
me?
I
I
feel like it's
wasn't
more
him, man.
realistic. If he was that rich, and he had that much like influence and power, he'd be a piece of shit like Tony Stark, bro.
For sure.
He'd be an asshole. He wouldn't be doing all this charity. Fuck that. He wouldn't be trying to save the city unless it really can't. Like Tony Stark don't really want to save the day, bro. You get what I'm
Nah,
saying?
yeah,
like
he be kinda
he's
acting
irritated when he's doing it. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying? He feels like he has to. You get what I'm saying?
Batman's just he's a vigilante, man. He's outside. You know what I mean? They put that sign in the air. God, you feel me? A lot like
My favorite superhero, Blank Man.
like a lot of niggas BMs be doing that to me, putting the slizzy sign in the air. You feel me? It'd be a
The bat sign.
It'd be a buffalo Tinder plate. the outline. You
Y'all
feel
see
me?
the new one?
The new Batman?
Robert
I
Pattinson
didn't see
shit?
the whole thing, no. But
I'm not-
I saw part of it though.
I
I did.
didn't
Who do
I
you
did.
think? You didn't see it at all?
Yeah.
New one.
The dude from Twilight Zone. I don't know if you've seen it.
Yo,
I
no
probably
bullshit.
have, bro.
Unpopular opinion, kind of.
ahead.
I think Robert Pattinson played him better than Christian Bale.
He did a good ass job.
I think Christian Bale did a better job as Bruce Wayne, but as a Batman, Robert Pattinson night and day.
I gotta watch the whole
difference,
thing.
I
I
think it
gotta watch the
You
whole
gotta
thing.
watch it, bro.
Really like watch it critique.
You gotta watch it because he's like, bro, it's not like
Niggas are streaming
the
that
Playboy type Bruce Wayne. It's like a straight up fucking freak of nature. Like this motherfucker is a weirdo.
Yeah, he's a weirdo.
Bro, straight up weirdo. Like this motherfucker literally, like seems like he just serial killer type shit. Like you gotta watch the movie, but
Yeah, man, Batman was beating niggas up for doing regular shit.
I'll
breaking
be-
breaking
bro,
niggas' necks for
Bro,
doing regular
Batman,
shit.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. You know what always got me about Batman? What's his man's name? Not Robin. Dude,
Alfred.
which Robin?
Niggas said
shout out,
Alfred.
bro.
Robin
Shout
got
out
killed,
Alfred,
bro. Oh, Alfred.
Alfred's a dog, bro. He wasn't telling nothing.
Yo.
He was just like,
He wasn't
yo,
telling nothing.
Yeah, nah, Alfred was, bro.
we all need an Alfred.
Yo, you want to know the funny thing? Before I got my new car, I used to have a BMW, and I could talk to that shit. And when I first got it, I named it Alfred, but then I changed the name to Jarvis because I liked Iron Man more.
Jarvis.
So I could just talk to
Wow,
my
I got
car.
this is what I got going on. I'm getting jumped right now by the stalkers.
That's crazy.
The Tony stalkers,
Nah,
man.
that's
Bro,
crazy.
no, I switched. I
That's
switched.
crazy.
Batman's just too depressed and too negative.
Bro,
Tony Stark has
that's,
no
y'all be real.
relatability.
You gotta think, man.
Nah, but that's not
Batman-
my favorite superhero though. I ain't gonna say that.
Spider-Man's my favorite, even though it's.
Nah, I'm gonna give
generic.
you my top. I'm gonna give you my top favorite superheroes right now. You got one, Blank Man.
Who's
Blank Man? Shout out Blank Man.
Bro, I've been watching fucking comic books and shit forever, and I don't know who
Blank
the fuck
Man,
that's a hood superhero.
That's a hood
I don't know
superhero.
who that
You gotta
is.
look him up.
Blank Man,
Blank
that's a movie though. You gotta watch Blank Man.
Oh,
I'll say what's the nigga
Who's that?
Meteor Man.
Oh, you got crazy.
Meteor Man's my shit.
got crazy.
He was fighting the Golden Lords.
Bro, shout out Luke Cage, man. Shout out
Cage is fine.
Static,
That's a good one.
shout out
That's a good
Static
one.
Shock, man. You feel
Static
me? Like,
Shock's up there.
You know, those are my dogs right there.
Joe, that was a good show,
Shout
bro.
out Spawn.
That got
Shout
me
out
through
Spawn.
my.
Spawn is out
You
of
know what I'm
left
saying?
field, bro.
But I'm saying, no, those are mine.
Wasn't
like,
Spawn like a villain though?
bro, he was another
Spawn
Batman,
is just
but the-
Spawn's just Spawn.
He
not-
was like a Deadpool.
He's not
He
good
was
or
like-
bad. He's just
He was like a Deadpool
bro,
more than a Batman.
he's just like that. Spawn's just
Yeah.
like
he
that,
just-
bro.
I wouldn't say he's a
Like-
superhero. He just
He's a
exists.
What do they call him? They call
He's
him
a super creature.
anti-hero, I think they call him.
he's just
Like,
an
anti-hero.
anti-hero.
I think it's like
He
that.
don't like
middle
knuckles.
category.
Yeah.
He's like, I
Middle
don't like,
category.
I don't like knuckles. That's how Spawn's coming.
Bro.
I don't care if you a villain or a hero. I don't like you.
Yo,
I understand it. I get
when
it.
we were younger, the Blade movies were so fire, and they're about to come out with a
Blade's
new one.
crazy,
You watch,
yeah, with
you
Mahershala.
watch the Blade anime?
Nah,
That's
I didn't even
just
know they had a
insane. That's
Blade
just
anime.
insane. No
What?
bullshit.
Gas.
They got a Blade anime?
Gas.
Since when?
Gas. Couple
Since when?
years. Tap in.
You're gonna have
Gas,
to
bro.
show me this or send me this shit
Fire,
after,
bro.
because I did not know they had that shit.
They got, honestly, you can watch the whole thing on
Wait.
YouTube, episode for
When,
episode.
do you know when the new Blade come out?
You know that writer strike going on or no?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the writer strike
I heard about
just
that, yeah.
delayed
Wait,
it,
hold
but it
up,
was supposed
what?
to come out the end
Writers
of this year.
strike, yeah, like there's a lot of writers
Yeah.
that are like well known in the industry, like movies and television.
They all want more pay
They
right
want
now.
more bread. They want more bread.
I mean, the world's a lot of
because
the
niggas
world's
is
spending
streaming these
because
shits
of
forever, bro. It's intellectual property, so it's like
Nah, for sure.
It's like if you wrote a
They
song,
deserve that. I think
yeah,
they deserve
it's like
that.
if you wrote a song.
Bro, intellectual
deserve that.
property is a real thing people don't talk
IP,
about,
yeah,
bro.
yeah. You know about
like,
this.
That's such a new term. I don't know if I talked about it with you on a podcast, but I was looking into it because when I was looking at ways to grow the podcast, if you think about it, if you have any sort of just consistent captivated viewers, that's intellectual
Yes.
property, bro.
Yeah,
because
sure.
if you think about it, if people are used to coming to your shit every day or every couple of days, that's property you own in their fucking head.
Yeah.
Like if you literally think about it and
that's a
break it
fact.
down like that on a business level,
Fact.
it's a crazy thing that
Especially if you create like a concept and you like hire people and like
1,000%.
you make
bro.
money off of it, it's like yeah, you
It's
own
crazy.
that, bro. Like, that's, like,
It's crazy to think about though, because I was just looking. When I was just looking in ways to grow shit, I never thought about it like that. If you have loyal supporters to anything that's literally intellectual property, you have real estate in their brain. Think about it. All the people you have as loyal streamers. How many views do you think you get on average if you weren't to promote a song? People that are going to stream your music right now. Like if you were,
I don't know, bro. Probably like 3 people, bro.
I think it's more than.
I
3.
think it depends on the song.
I think it's more than 3.
I
But
think, like what do you mean? Like just throw a song out
just
there
in
on
general,
all
just-
platforms or on YouTube? What we doing? What we talking about?
just people that genuinely support you. Like if you post some shit on Instagram,
Shit,
they're
I
gonna
got-
check it out.
I got 4,000 followers on IG. I'm gonna touch at least half of those people in the first 4 or 5 days. You get what I'm
So
saying?
think about that.
Like, you know, probably double because it's gonna be people that don't follow me that see this shit because other people that follow me posted it. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, shit, it's gonna grow.
That's what I mean by it. Like you never really think about that aspect of it. But say how you're saying you have 4,000. If 2,000 of those people are viewing some shit,
Yeah,
every
more.
time you see it, if there's 2,000 people that are constantly viewing your shit,
Yeah.
think about that.
that's
That's
really
if they're doing that consistently, that is real estate. It's literally just real estate in the fucking brain, and it's a crazy thing if you really think about it like that. But
I heard Russ talking about some shit like that.
did you read his book?
No, I didn't get to read his book.
Bro, it's like I read it in an hour. It's mad short. You guys should read it. It's
I'm
mad
definitely
short.
gonna tap in. I'm gonna tap in.
Mad short, bro.
I,
Mad short.
I enjoy reading, so I'm definitely gonna tap in.
Top favorite book.
Top favorite
Set of 3.
book.
Favorite book. Both of you. I don't know if you'd be reading too. I feel like
Favorite
we
book.
talked about it.
I think I might have told you mine before.
I feel like you did. I feel like you did.
Probably Charlemagne's book. I think it's called like Black.
I need to read
Black
that still,
Excellence or
bro.
some
Yeah,
shit.
he always tells me I gotta read that. I gotta
That's
check
like
that
I
out.
gotta read it.
I read
You've been
that
telling
in
me that for a
jail, and
little
that
while.
like saved my life.
I gotta read that shit.
Cause he's actually from like where I used to live in, like where a lot of my family's from in South Carolina area. So
Damn,
it's
bro.
like, yeah, like his story's mad.
You were
like,
around everywhere. My bad. You were around everywhere.
Yeah, I lived in a lot of places, bro. A lot of places. Definitely South Carolina, fire though. Shout out Jim Rice. Shout out my cousin Jim Rice. You feel me? Every trip. Yeah. Hall of Fame Red Sox. Yeah, we put that up, baby. What the fuck? We've been hitting home runs, baby. Yeah. It's nothing new.
You saying you got a cousin that's a Red Sox player?
Hall of Famer.
Yeah, Jim Rice.
What the fuck, bro? I'm illiterate when it comes to sports.
So you know, all right, you know the South End.
Yeah.
In Boston, you know, like the baseball field, right there by Melnia Cash.
Yeah.
That's called Jim Rice Field.
Huh. Oh, it's named after his cousin.
Because he was really like one of the best Red Sox ever. Like,
what the fuck? Yeah. That's a flex.
When he told me that, I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
I had to call my mother like, yo, mom.
Like Jim Rice, Bob Montgomery, those type. That's like a different era.
He's riding quads at gyms, right? You feel me?
Nah, when your mom's like, that's your brother's.
Yeah, that's real life.
That's crazy, bro. What's that like?
I mean, South Carolina, you know, you old now, you know what I mean? I was younger, like, really, like, young when my mother was, like, bringing me over there. But, you know, it's still dope. You feel me? Like, it's fire. Like, it's different. You know what I mean? When I go to family reunions and everything, it's fire, bro. You know what I mean?
That shit's crazy, bro.
It's different.
You know? That shit is crazy.
I didn't get to really brag about that, though, growing up, because, like, nobody gave a fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'd be like, yeah, Jim Rice. Like I said, I'm from the Cape. You know what I mean? So, like, they're like, I didn't even know he had. I came out here. I seen he had the. I'm like, yo, that's. You feel me? I'm like, I finally get to flex this shit.
When you told me that shit, I was like, bro, what the fuck?
What? You want to share the story?
I'm like, bro, when did I tell you that? I think we was driving by it or something, right?
Yeah, probably like a year or two ago. He's like, I'm driving. I think we was driving past it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm passing Jim Rice. Like, I was on the phone with somebody, I think. And he's like, bro, you know that's my cousin? I'm like, bro, what are you talking about, bro?
He thought I was delusional. He's like, bro, what the fuck
bro, what are you talking about? Like, it's your cousin. He's like, nah, bro, I met him a few times, like, in South Carolina. Like, we was riding quads and all that. I'm like, bro, that's crazy. And then his mom was telling me the same shit. She's like, yeah, that's his older brother. He's like, that's his godfather. Like,
that's really, like, that's really,
yeah, that's crazy. Though.
That's my people's for real, man. Shout out Jim.
Do you feel like having him as a family member kind of made you realize like whatever the fuck you want to do is possible?
I mean, like I said, I was like younger, so like my brother really got to like
experience that. Move closer to the mic too, my bad.
Yeah, my fault. But yeah, my brother got to experience that a little more. He's older than me. I didn't really get to like be around Jim that much, you know, like. But, like, still just knowing that definitely was, like, from Anderson, South Carolina, too, is, like, yo, that's a big deal. You know what I mean? Like, my grandmother used to babysit Aretha Franklin. Like, my grandmother dated her father. You know what I mean? So it's, like, little things like that mean a lot. You know what I mean? When you come from really nothing. It's, like, you know what I mean?
It's, like, shit is just possible.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. It opened your eyes.
What's that shit? 10-step theory? Is that what it's called? You know what I'm talking about? Where you're always like 10 steps away from whoever you want to be close to.
That's fire. You got
six degrees of separation.
6 degrees, yeah, 6 degrees of separation.
And it gets smaller or larger depending on where you are and what you're trying to do.
That's what it is. 6 degrees of separation. Like that shit is so true if you really think about it.
Shit, bro. Honestly, if you in music and you get to a certain level, shit be like 1 degree of separation, 2 degrees of separation. Like if people like us. We're 1 and 2 degrees of separation away from people who's like really doing like crazy shit.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Or we know the people, you get what I'm saying, that are doing the crazy shit. Like there is no degree of separation. You get what I'm saying? So I think what you were getting at about like, you know, your network and shit like that, like being important, like because of that is it's very true, bro. No bullshit. Like
1000%, bro. 1000%.
Definitely. I do say so myself.
I keep thinking that you're gonna say more shit, and then it's just like a quick little joke.
Yeah, little jab.
If you had to tell a joke to save your life, or else you couldn't ever record a song again, that's just like a little. I don't even know the phrase, but just corny ass little joke. What would it be?
Shit.
Putting you on the spot.
I don't know. I'm not really that good with jokes. I'm really like a phrase guy.
He's situational.
Yeah, like I'm a phrase guy. Like I'll say some funny shit. You know what I mean? Like all of my shit is really just off the top of the head. Like my shit is like, and then I'll be saying crazy stuff. You get what I'm saying? Like I'd say outlandish things. So it's like, you never know with me. You never know what you might get. You know what I mean? But it's gonna be spontaneous. You know what I mean? So if that ever happened, if I ever got put in that little moment, best believe it's. Right now I ain't got it, but that moment I'm.
You better hope you do.
I'm hitting.
And you ain't recording again.
Yeah, I'll be done.
And
I gotta record,
again.
so you know how that go. You feel me?
How do you get inspirations for songs? Also, too, I'm listening to you still, but I gotta answer my phone real quick for some work shit. But how do you get inspiration for songs? Both of you.
I'll let you go first, bro.
Everyday life. I'll say if I wasn't experiencing new things, or not even just new things, just experiencing life every day, because a lot of shit I might run into more than once. It might be a similar situation that occurs, and that's what's my, motivation to rap for real. Like, to get in the booth and be like, I gotta speak my mind. Like, if I'm not experiencing life though, that shit's kind of hard, because I'm not the type of nigga that's gonna rap about rapping. Like, a lot of rappers, especially rappers that think they're really good rappers, they don't talk about shit but like rapping. And like, if you listen to our music, you could, and especially if you know us, like some of the people that was in the room and whatnot, they know us. So like, if they listen to our music, they could probably tell you specific situations that influence a nigga to say something. You get what I'm saying? So, for sure. I think that's what it is for me.
I'll definitely say, like, I don't know, like when I'm really like big on the moment. You know what I mean? Like when I hit a beat, first of all, it takes me somewhere. You get what I'm saying? Like as soon as I hit a beat, I'm not there. Like, you know what I mean? It brings me somewhere else, depending on what it is. And certain beats give me certain feelings that link me to certain moments. You get what I'm saying? That's really where I get mine. Because I don't write anything. I haven't wrote it.
It's a fact. He doesn't write anything now.
Forever. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
at all.
So it's like, I really just, even, let's just say, a lot of the times it be the bros. Like, they play something, I hear how they're going, and it inspires me. You get what I'm saying? Like, so sometimes it be like that.
It's a fact.
You know? So really the moment for me.
The moment's everything for you?
Yeah, for sure.
So you never write at all?
Nah, like I could merch it, stamp it, put it on everything, bro. I've never seen this nigga write a rap in my life.
I don't write.
Yeah, I've never seen him write a rap.
I want to relay way back to the travel question, man.
Yeah.
Mixing that, how do you feel like your environment just overall affects where you are? Like, depending on the studio, what state you're in, if you're in a house, you're in a studio, whatever.
That's a good question.
How do you both you guys could go, you could go first and then Super could go after. How do you feel like your environment overall just affects your creativity?
I think that's everything. I think that's everything. Like, you know what I mean? I've recorded in Cali in like big studios. I recorded in bathrooms and trap houses, you know what I mean? And I've made better songs in them bathrooms. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like your environment has a lot to do with it, like as far as like where you're at mentally. You get what I'm saying? Because there's been times I've felt like, okay, this is I'm in let's just say we're in Boston recording or something, you know what I mean? But it's I don't know, something's right. Everything feels right. Like it feels right. I don't know. Then we might be over here in Atlanta recording where it's like it's hitting, but it's not hitting the same. So I feel like it really has a lot to do with us. Like it has a lot to do with yourself, bro. Like with how you're feeling. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's a hard question for me, bro. It's a hard question for me. I'm not gonna lie, because sometimes I'm feeling it, sometimes I'm not. You know what I mean? No matter where I'm at. So I don't know. You can probably hit that question harder than me for it, bro.
I think, honestly, I was gonna agree with you. I feel like the location and like the environment is everything when you're making music. Like, for me specifically, when I'm recording my like solo music, I can be by myself. I can literally record myself. You know what I'm saying? That's like easy. But it's because the feel of the music's different. You know what I mean? It's a lot more personal. It's a lot more like might be a different type of vibe. You know what I mean? Our group music, a lot of it's upbeat. A lot of it is based off of us going off of each other's energy. So it's like each environment is pushing me to do different things. You know what I mean? So that I'll say it really matters a lot. Like what type of location or environment you're in when you're making music, you know? Or even just when you're like writing, or you know what I mean. If I notice something about myself, if I write something at night versus in the morning, it's two different types of, you know what I mean, music, things that I like to write. You know what I mean, like. when I'm fresh up in the morning, I'm all punchlines. It's like my brain's just turned on. You get what I'm saying?
That's why I did, like, not to cut you up, but I think that's why I feel that way, because I don't write. You get what I'm saying?
Of course.
So sometimes I'm kind of like, oh, my bad. That's like the fact that I don't write, I feel like that has a lot to do with like my creative process. You get what I mean? Like when I'm in certain places, like it might be hitting, it might not be hitting. You get what I'm saying? Like when you write, I feel like you can always kind of get in that bag. Like there's a pocket you can reach.
Yeah, I can agree with that a little bit, yeah.
When you're freestyling, it's definitely
And then if I get out of it, I can just try to freestyle.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like there's been times where a producer pulled a beat up and bro's like already got it. Like I said, it brings you places. You feel me? So bro's already knowing the space he's in, where he's like, oh, I'm going to write something a little bit and I'm going to freestyle all the rest. Where it's like, I'm like, oh, I don't really know where to shift. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, I got to figure it out. You know what I mean? So sometimes it bites me in the ass sometimes. You know what I mean? But for the most part, like, that has a big thing to do with it, bro. Yeah. Definitely. Humongous.
Got a question for you guys off of that. Funny question. Ever since I read 50 Cent's book, I've been more interested in asking artists questions for this. Do you guys have any substances that you sort of rely on, in a sense, for sessions, whether it's weed, alcohol, whatever the fuck? Like, is there anything that's part of your creative process that you...
I'll say I can answer this question pretty easily. No. Because I've done, like, mad sober sessions. Like, I did sober sessions recently. Like, Ramadan just passed, so... I did a few sessions where I made some fire shit, and I'm sober as shit.
You can't even smoke in a lot of these.
Yeah, a lot of these studios you can't smoke in Massachusetts. So it's like
I might have smoked. New England, somebody
we gotta do something about
New
that.
England do better. Or we need to smoke marijuana.
That has to do with like the whole state though. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Switching the laws and all, like, you know what I mean. But I'll say if there is one, it's weed. I'll smoke. You know, I like to smoke, but that's just because I'm always gonna be smoking. Like,
But I definitely would say we don't really rely on anything. We can make it happen regardless. Like, you can throw us in a jungle, butt naked, pause. We're going to come out lavishly. You know, we're going to make it happen no matter what. You know what I mean?
Good analogy. Butt naked in the jungle.
I'm going to come out with furs.
Yeah. You know, I'm going to have some hands made out of
mink on.
Yeah. Well, actually, let me not say nothing too crazy. I don't want them PETA niggas.
Oh, dogs.
On my ass. You feel me?
Oh, my God, yo.
You wear fur, Slizzy. I don't need none of that. You know.
Going off of that, I'm about to have to check my phone again in a second, which is mad fucking annoying.
You good.
But going off of that, just how do you guys feel about motherfuckers that just be complaining? Because you're talking about how you're able to just, if you were in the middle of doing shit in the jungle, you could still make something happen. Motherfuckers that they might be like, oh, a lot of argument. I posted a reel. Shout out Untitled Export. I posted a reel from them the other day. A lot of artists be bitching like, oh, I don't have a manager. I don't have this. I don't have that. I don't have this. How do you guys feel about just motherfuckers that they're complaining, but they're not doing anything to change a position that they're in?
Excuses. I don't like excuses, bro. Everybody needs to know this. No matter what you're doing, there's somebody who did it with less than you and made it happen.
That's a fact.
So I don't want to hear it, bro.
Probably the first person who did it.
You get it? So it's like, bro, there's no room for complaint, bro. There's space for you to grow. You get what I'm saying? Like, complaining is not going to get you to your goal any faster. Figuring out a solution is. You get what I'm saying? So that's how I look at that. You know?
Shit. When it comes to complaints, I don't know. I wasn't raised off that, so that's all I gotta say. Like, I wasn't really raised off that, man. You know, we don't do that. Like, realistically, because, like, I don't know. I feel like,
man.
Literally.
Real
Me and my
shit.
bro,
Like,
Sharpshooter. That's how we.
shout out to Sharpshooter.
That's why we're so close. Shout out Sharpshooter, man. He styled your.
Nah,
your
I ain't gonna lie. He's right. That is why we're so close.
That's why we're so close. Like,
Yeah.
because we hit that. We do not do well with complaining. And,
that
you know,
once we both start hearing that, it's like
it's a turn off. It's a big turn off. You know.
Definitely, bro.
You know, and you don't got to be in a relationship to be turned off. Like, you know, like you do. You know what I mean? If it's a bad trait, it's a turn off. You know.
Bro. You just talked about relationship shit. Two questions I got in one that I've came up in the past podcast shit.
Yeah.
I'll ask the first one first. What are you guys' thoughts on women and self-accountability?
Self-accountability.
That is a loaded question.
Oh, that's like.
I'm not about to say nothing to that.
Yeah, that's a hard one. All I'm gonna say is I love my women, man.
Come on, you got more than that.
Nah, like
Well, you want to talk about like women and accountability for real?
Women
No,
and
that's deep.
self-accountability.
Don't set yourself. That's
Nah, like you really want to talk about that?
That's a
Like,
steep hill.
No, I got it. I can
Steep
handle
hill,
it. I can
bro.
handle it. I can handle it. I mean, I think personal accountability is like it's a journey for everybody. You get what I'm saying? The way we go about it is different for every person. I will say, like, I've noticed, like, in my life, I can't even speak on nobody that I didn't deal with, you get what I'm saying, or, like, been around. But I've noticed in my life, women could take accountability. It's just not right away, you get what I'm saying? So, like, once you understand that and you're more comfortable with that, you'll be okay, you get, as a man. Because men, we're more so, like, I could take accountability right here, but I don't want to keep hearing you complain about it, you get what I'm saying? Women, I feel like it's more like, they don't want to hear you complain about it because they don't even really want to hear you tell them about themselves. You get what I'm saying? But they going to get it eventually. You get what I'm saying? They're going to go to the crib and be like, damn, I fucked up. Let me go cook for this nigga tomorrow. You get what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know. I think the sooner you realize that, the better off you are. Because you'll drive yourself crazy. You know, bullshit. Like,
Yeah, I feel a lot of ways. You know what I
tread
mean?
lightly.
You know, I feel a lot of ways. I'm a Capricorn, so it's like I don't like getting too deep into it. But you know,
You
I
into
feel
the
like,
star signs?
yeah, you know, I'm a Trish. No, I'm just I'm just playing. But you know, I just think, you know, growing up is just a crazy thing. You know what I mean? Like, and accountability and just like all that has a lot to do with it, and it's hard to even say anybody's great at that. You know what I mean? Because everybody really doesn't, like, women, men, human, like, we're all
yeah,
kind
I think
of,
everything's a human experience.
yeah,
so.
you get what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to put your finger on that because I done met very mature people that still can't take accountability. So it's like he said, it's something you gotta just, it's a learning process. You know what I mean?
1,000%. 1,000%, bro. Being able to take accountability is like a superpower. Everybody goes through it, but
It's
once
not
you're
easy.
able to actually just hone in
Some
on
real
that,
shit. That's some real shit.
There was times I didn't like
Yes.
taking accountability.
I think
You know
when
what
you
I'm
do it
saying?
first,
Like, I had to
when
learn.
you do it first, like, all right, you get out the way. You learn how to get out the way. Like, all right, oh, my fault, I fucked up. All right, how do I change that? If you don't know how to change that, or if you don't know how to not make that mistake again, you ask that question. How do I change that? And then you move forward. It's that simple.
100%, bro.
It's a major part of life.
There's a lot of people in life that just don't ask questions in general, bro. It's a weird mindset. Like, a lot of people see shit like everywhere. I forget what we were talking about something, and we were like, people see the end result and they don't see the in between. But a lot of people just see shit for face value. They don't ask how. They don't ask why. They don't ask what. They just see the end product and they think that that's all that it was. They don't think anything before or in between whatsoever. Why do you think so many people have that mindset? And what made you guys start asking questions?
I mean, I feel like a lot of people have that mindset because of the internet. Like, I feel like people are so used to, like, scrolling on their phone and seeing somebody with everything they want and just not seeing their story and not seeing their struggle and not seeing what they went through. And it's also, Millie said something like this, it also has a lot to do with people not talking their struggle, their pain, you get what I mean? A lot of people just pop out of nowhere like, I got 30 chains on, I'm lit. You know what I mean? I made a song, like, and that's not the case. You know what I mean? Like, people had to go through hell to get there. So I feel like people need to, like you said, people being vulnerable. There needs to be a lot more of people not being as afraid to, like, show the real. Like, and people there'll be a lot less rappers. I'll say that. Like, if more rappers seen what you had to go through to really get to where they're trying to get, there'd be a lot less rappers, bro.
Or people just
You know
even
what I
trying
mean?
to do it.
Or
yeah,
people
yeah.
even trying to do it because they know they
Think
have
about
to
it.
be serious about this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I would say, ask the question one more time, just so I make sure I'm on point.
Just, I forget, honestly.
as far he was basically saying, like, as far as people, like, having that mind state of, like, wanting everything overnight, like everything
Right, the
fast.
instant
or-
gratification.
just
so-
basically people that just misinterpret shit and they see shit for face value. They don't
Yeah.
ask why,
I
how,
think-
what, any of that.
And you were saying what keeps us from, so I would say, like, what keeps me from kind kind of feeling that way is the fact that like I'm not intimidated by any process. You know what I mean? And I know that everything's a process, step by step. Like I learned that very young. So like I think
The cover got me hot.
not being intimidated or like scared of certain processes or even scared to just ask a question. I think that's like kind of what keeps me from falling into that. You know what I mean? I think we all do kind of fall into that sometimes. It can happen to anybody, especially as a creator. But I would say like what keeps me from being in that space like for too long ever is definitely me being like, damn, I'll just ask the question on how to get there. And because I know there's steps. I know there's like, you know, it doesn't just happen like here to here. You know what I mean? It's levels to everything. So I'm not scared of the process. I'll just ask about the process. You know?
A lot of people are so scared, bro, to just... Everyone wants to do it themselves. They want to be yada, yada, yada.
A lot of people don't want to look stupid either.
Yeah, but you got to learn how to do it yourself.
Good on the cameras?
You know what I'm saying?
Bet.
You got to learn how to do it yourself.
1,000%, bro.
A lot of people are afraid to look stupid. It's like in class when they'd be like, who knows this? You know what I mean? And people would know the answer. Sometimes I would know the answer and I would still be like, just because I didn't want to be like, you get what I mean? So it's like sometimes it's that effect too, where it's like people be kind of like don't want to look crazy, you know what I mean, or look uneducated or misinformed on certain things, you know what I mean? Where it's like, nah, bro, just ask.
That's what I mean.
You know?
It's like a weird ass thing because people just, I don't understand it. I understand being like that at first, but if you've been doing shit for a while and you're still doing that, it's like put your ego to the side. Because a lot of time, just as dudes in general, we don't want to ask another dude like, yo, X, Y, and Z.
My bro always says that. He's like, bro, fucking ask.
Yeah, but you like once you put your pride to the side and you're like, okay, I realize that you could help me and you know something that I don't. You learn shit, bro. But a lot of people just don't want. A lot of people think they know everything. That's what their fucking problem is. A lot of people think they know absolutely everything. They think they're a fucking master and whatever the fuck. Like, even the dumbest people you could talk to somebody that has a disability and learn something from them.
Yeah.
If you really think about it, bro, you could talk to, and I didn't mean to say that saying people with disabilities are dumb, but I'm saying people that literally have straight impairness with their brain.
Challenges,
Yeah, like people that have challenges that are literally interfering with their day-to-day lives. You could talk to them and learn something from them. If you're someone that's just open to learning, bro, you could talk to a homeless man on Mass Ave.
Get a lot further, actually.
You could talk to a motherfucker on Mass Ave and learn some shit from them, bro.
It's the realest shit, bro. You feel me?
You'll get a lot further too.
Everybody got a gym, bro. You know, in some sort of fashion, you feel in form of fashion. Everybody got a gym they can give you.
What they say, a broken clock is right twice a day.
Yeah,
even if you a piece of shit, you don't know shit. You might even be right.
You
might even know some shit.
You still know
some shit. I might just learn not to be like you. You
might know some shit about being a piece of shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
somebody might really be an asshole and they might fuck with you. So they telling you like, nah, bro, don't trust that nigga. He's an asshole. I know because I'm an asshole. You get what I'm saying?
Literally,
like,
bro.
What did bro say? You would never know the truth if you never been lied to.
Yeah, exactly. And it takes one to know one, for sure.
Literally,
so is being lied to a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know.
It builds character.
Being lied to is definitely a bad thing, but also at the same time, when you find out the truth,
you learn a lot of truths through lies.
That's what I was gonna say.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you probably wouldn't know half the people you don't fuck with now if you didn't get the truth through the lies.
Imagine if somebody never lied to you, like, or you never knew they lied to you.
Straight dickhead out here, like, oh yeah, she loves me. Oh yeah, that's my best friend.
No, she don't. No, he
isn't.
No,
he ain't. No, she ain't. She's over there laid up with Charlie Chan. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's some shit you gotta learn down the road. Like, bro, you gotta go through it to grow through it.
Yeah, it is what it is.
You know, for sure.
A lot of people don't trust the process.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah.
We're coming up already on an hour and a half though.
Oh shit!
We
shout out Do Over Dome, man.
Hey, appreciate you. I'm gonna just roll out some of the end notes. It's not rush it, but I'm gonna roll out some of the end ones. Sure. I want both of y'all thoughts. We talked about it a little bit throughout this podcast. The current state of Massachusetts or New England. I'm trying to break saying Massachusetts and just classify everything as New England because it's a broader region. But New England music scene, creative scene overall, not even just the music, clothing brands, venues, promoters, everything in the fucking book.
We're coming for everything.
Yeah.
We're coming for everything. Look at anything that's going on. Somebody in New England got their hands in it. Whether it's production, movies, art, fashion, all over the world. You can't escape us. We're coming with a passion, with a vengeance.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're kicking the door down. If y'all don't let us in, we already in there. We budging in. You seeing our shoulder breaking through the. We're in there, bro. You feel me? We're in there, bro. I love where it's at right now, and I love where it's going.
Man, I love New England, man. Like, I don't know. That's all I can say. Like, we got a lot of talent. Probably damn near. I'll put us up against anybody, you know, talent wise. I'll put us up against anybody, like any region, like, you know what I mean. It's a fact, bro.
And we gonna give you a run for your money.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Like, and that's for everything. That's for everything.
We're like the kid on the playground that everybody is like underestimating. You get what I'm saying? Like that really
not
got
really
that,
sure about him.
That haymaker.
You know what I mean?
He really got that haymaker, but everybody, you know what I mean? That's what we are right now. We're just like, they're playing with us right now, but we're gonna knock through.
I think it's a waiting period because if you look at the past, you have Chicago being looked at like that. You have Miami and shit.
Every
being
great place before New York.
Atlanta. You look at all of them, bro.
It's just the torch gets passed around, bro. You get what I'm saying? It gets passed around the country, in the spotlight. Like look at what Detroit's doing.
You said the Olympics is coming to Boston when?
Olympics is in Boston in 3 years.
You get it? Like, so by that time we'll have the flame.
Shit, we'll have the flame by then.
We'll have the flame by then.
That's the thing. I feel like how we're talking about all of this, our time is coming. Everything is way too. I've been in the scene like 3 years and 3 years and probably like 3.5 years.
Doing great.
Appreciate it, bro.
You're doing your thing, bro.
But just the amount of growth that I've seen firsthand just in those 3 years, and then I talk to people like Noble, and I hear about people that were seeing Joyner without fucking chains and all this shit.
Come on, man.
And I'm like, bro, like if you just hear about the stories of where shit was at and just look at the past, even like 2 years ago, a year ago. And you look at where we're at now, it's completely night and day.
Pandemic to now is a whole different world.
Bro, ever since the pandemic, that's when...
A whole different
Resident
world.
Evil? Bro,
yeah,
what?
That shit was like Resident Evil. No bullshit.
That was ridiculous.
That was a reset. That was a hard reset on the world. Like,
yeah, it was. It was factory
hard reset. Yeah. Factory reset.
Yeah.
Bullshit. Exposed a lot of people, too. Shit.
How do you feel like it impacted you guys' workfall?
I was in jail.
You were in jail?
Yeah, bro, I was locked up.
I was in jail, bro. I only been on
jail.
I
got booked back then too.
Damn.
Shit. Like I was out, but like that's when I caught my cases.
When I came out, everybody had 50 bands.
What from the fucking?
Look, nobody knew me when I came home. Everybody was like,
everybody had the PPE ones.
Bro, I was like,
or PPP. Why'd I say PPE?
Everybody
PPP.
was rich. I was like, damn. I was
unemployment and shit, bro.
Everybody was brand new. I'm like, damn. I came home. You couldn't even roll up. Now you got the whole farm. I'm like, it's different.
What's crazy is I dead ass know motherfuckers that was sitting in the crib, did not work a day, and bought fucking whips, bro off of straight unemployment bread, bro.
I know millionaires right now.
I was a side of a couple people.
I know millionaires
off of straight
that, bro.
Millions.
Bullshit. Bro. I came home, like I said, and it was different, bro. It was a different vibe. You know what I mean?
Game,
like
bro.
Everybody was a lot happier. I will say that. Even though there was a lot of bad things going on, you know what I mean, health wise, and people was losing family, but a lot of people was happy, bro. It showed
pandemic, bro.
That money had people loving Trump.
Pandemic, and it just made everyone sit back and take a step to just like realize the important shit in life. No bullshit. I don't know about y'all. I thought that shit was like the plague when that shit came out, bro.
What? Bro, I was in jail. Dude, can I tell you, people was falling out like, oh, there's a new thing. I'm like, I'm in a cell. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, the dude next door just fell out. And they're talking about he got some C-19 shit. They didn't even know the whole name yet. You feel me? So I'm calling my people from the inside, from the jail, like, yo, there's some new shit in here. And it's killing motherfuckers. Like, you get what I mean? Like, people was dying in there. So, you know what I mean? Then, like I said, my mom's told me, like, yeah, it's called coronavirus and da-da-da-da-da. And I ended up getting out the next month, but Corona came out like a new mixtape.
Like February, March 2020.
Yeah.
Damn,
yeah. You feel me? So
that shit is crazy.
That shit was different, bro. That shit was different, bro. I'm like, I'm going home. It's lit. My first summer in a year. Dun dun dun. I walked out. People was face masked up. Like, don't even come near me. I was like, shit, this is crazy.
What the fuck was that like? Because you spent the year before, and then right when your freedom kicks in.
Bro, it was terrible. It was
Bro,
different.
it was terrible.
You plan everything. You're like, oh shit. Like, it's almost like going through school and having summer plans. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, I'm about to go home. I'm doing this. I'm on the beach. Bro, I came home. Everything was canceled. No shows. No. Like, you know what I mean? Everything was canceled.
On a strip every day outside making our own fun.
Yeah, we was, you know what I mean?
Or on the road, like, doing shit we not supposed to do.
You know, but I still had stipulations. I was on parole.
That's like he was on parole.
So it's like I couldn't be a part of that. You know what I mean? So I was dealing with some whole other shit. You know what I mean? Like, I was in Providence somewhere, like, going through what I was going through. But I will say it definitely changed a lot of stuff, and it definitely gave a lot of people opportunities and made a lot of other people, you know, burnt.
No.
Pandemic, though, that made a lot of niggas rich.
It was like a yin yang.
No, that's what I mean. It either made you rich or burnt.
Or burnt.
It's not really too many things you could be off the pandemic. You're either rich or you're fried. Or you have a lot of chrome hearts.
Bro, really. My bad, I'm on my phone, bro.
No, bro, you good. Handle your
delivery
business.
shit being mad fucking annoying right now.
You know?
But what's you guys, this gem I always ask people.
For sure.
Go one by one on this. If there was a creative right now that had absolutely jack shit, they don't even got access to an iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
Biggest piece of advice for them, starting out, absolutely nothing, whether they want to pursue a clothing brand, whatever the fuck. Music, business.
You said they don't got a phone, you said?
They could have whatever. They just don't have anything. They don't have anybody to tell them what to do.
They don't have direction.
Yeah, they don't have any direction whatsoever.
They don't have
What would be your advice for them?
clue.
Shit, man. Read the 48 Laws of Power. That's what I'll tell them. Just read that. Hopefully that helps you. That's Slizzy's advice to you. Learn how to move first.
I know I answered this before. I might give you the same answer. I feel like, because I'm not sure what I said before, but I feel like if I was really like to run into somebody who really was like new, creative, say they do what I do, say they want to make music, I would just tell them be outside, you know, be around other creatives, be places where other creatives are, people who make shit, you know what I mean? No matter what it is.
People stealing shit though outside.
Yeah,
Gotta be
so
careful,
you can't
man.
share every idea with everybody, but be around, you know what I mean? Get to know other people.
There's a lot of people stealing Rebel
shit.
Mafia shit, man. I hear the beats, man. I hear the cadence. I hear the flows, man. You know? Nah, I'm just playing. Let me stop. let me stop.
Nah, bro was looking at you like, nah, he's dead ass.
Well, I was just gonna say off of that, what I want to ask you is like, how do you guys feel about that whole thing? Because I was talking about this on the past couple podcasts. It sucks whenever there's something that's refreshing. Mm-hmm. It's refreshing for whenever that artist drops their first project,
sure.
And then it gets bitten off by every fucking artist and bitten into the fucking ground by whatever next generation.
A lot of people was mad we
is.
was doing the Detroit beats, but a lot of people don't know what I've done with the Detroit artists.
What I gotta say too, I'm gonna give you your credit. Yeah. I give you your credit on this too. I think before, but. The thing about Detroit shit, bro, motherfuckers, you can fuck up a Detroit song so easily. And people witnessing it firsthand, people don't realize how hard it is to ride with a Detroit beat. You can't just be rapping on that bitch. You gotta flow on that shit. You gotta be a little wavy for that shit. Real wavy, not just saying I'm wavy. You get what I'm saying? Real wavy. You get what I'm saying? Like really being smooth, really being one of them, really being a cool nigga and talking your shit in a cool way, not just rapping good. You get what I'm saying? Because that's the bare minimum to rap good, bro. You get what I'm saying? I'm talking about really being one of them niggas who can get on anything and sound good. You know what I'm saying?
And all that shit sound good. A lot of shit be sounding good, but people ain't listening to that shit, bro. Like, I'll be real, a lot of shit I don't hear outside, bro. You know what I mean? It'd be cool as shit on Instagram. I will say a lot of people really listen to Rebel Mafia though.
Yeah,
I like rarely, like on their own time. Like you get what I'm saying? Like, so I will say that, like, you know, but like maybe it's just like me, but I don't hear a lot of this shit. You know what I mean? I don't want to sound bitter either, you know what I mean? Because that's not like my intention, but like a lot of the shit that I see, I'm not hearing.
Yeah, I don't hear it being played.
I don't hear this in functions. I don't hear people pulling up listening to this shit. I don't hear it in the club. I don't hear. I just see it on the internet. So it's like, you know. That's another thing. Like he said, it. People need to start embracing what's real. You know what I mean?
Also, and just understanding that, like, just because, like, you do a lot of something doesn't mean you're doing something really well. You know what I mean?
1,000, bro.
That's like
quality
like,
over quantity.
Yeah, like and understanding like you might have a niche or you might have something that you do really well, but there's 10 things that you don't do really well, and you have to learn how to do those really well. So you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta learn how to do those things, or else you're not gonna be able to compete out here nationally. Like that's where I'm at. That's where he's at with it. That's where our group's at with it. Like we know that, all right, I know I do this well, I do that well. I got to work on this, I got to work on this. And we're on it every day because we want to be in the national conversation. Yeah. We don't care about the local conversation, quite frankly. Like, not to be rude, not to be like, you know,
no, it's just a reality
dismissive of
shit,
anything that anybody got going on. We don't care about
shit.
the local conversation. We're trying to figure out how to be in the national conversation. And we want our shit, once it gets there, to really be like competing. We want our fans to be like, nah, they're better than, you know, the biggest artists in the game when we finally get our break. You get what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I feel like people will see in due time, like, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the line, who's really, like, versatile, who really can do everything.
1,000%.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. When it comes to, like, the type of beats that we rap on and people, like, feeling the way about our sound, whichever sound that is, because we got 15 of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could rap on anything, and we do rap on everything. Like, you could probably pull up 10 different songs of us rapping on 10 different types of beats. You know what I'm saying? And they all sound good, unbiased. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro. Once people realize that, like, that's really who we are, bro, and they can't do anything about it, I think, you know, it'll be fine. If there is those people who are feeling a way about it, you know what I mean? Shit.
Rebel Mania.
Yeah, Rebel Mania.
Going off of that, this is the perfect end note because it's what I was about to ask you guys anyways. Mm-hmm. Goals for you guys selves in 2023, brand new year, but also just goals with Rebel Mafia. Like, what can people expect? What can the loyal fans expect?
From Rebel Mafia?
Rebel Mafia and both of you guys individually.
What can the fans expect from Rebel Mafia? I'll definitely say, like, just us being more consistent, you know what I mean? Like, we're gonna work on that. Like, that's something we're gonna handle this year, you know what I mean? Getting a lot more product out, you know, definitely flooding the market.
Just making sure that we're doing it in a tasteful way. Not a way that's like irritating to our listeners or our consumers, you know what I mean?
You don't want to be on your Instagram feed all day to the point where you're like, Frank again,
I gotta mute this guy, like,
oh my
you know
God,
what I mean? Like,
Super again, like,
I don't want that.
We don't want to make it distasteful, you get what I'm saying? But we want to definitely make it like
you're not forgetting about you.
Where you know, like, bro, you heard what we said earlier. We got thousands of songs, so it's like, bro, we got hundreds of videos unreleased.
Bro, we have mad videos.
I got 5 major features. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
crazy.
So it's like,
you want to leak any of those major features?
People
could expect.
Shit, I mean, they're gonna have to listen to Activated. You feel me?
Damn,
like, that's really, like, I'll be real with you, just for the simple fact that, like, you know, it's gonna be a good surprise. Just know it's a lot of, like, there's some trendsetters on there. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna just tell you this: one of the people, their last album, they had Trippie Redd on it. They had Wiz Khalifa on it. They had yeah, that type of shit.
I don't know if you want to tell more, but I know you said to drop in June, and this will be the first podcast that comes out June. First Wednesday in June.
Oh, yeah, so it's Activated, bro.
Oh, so like, by then, the 4-piece might be out.
Oh, yeah, 4-piece might be out.
Our group shit.
That's 4-piece.
Our group EP that we're dropping soon.
Mm-hmm. That's fine.
That should be out.
Ken Frank, Big Super, Cobb Bills, B. James, and there's a feature from BJ Ball on there.
Don't quote me on this, but I believe it's either June 7th or June 8th this will be coming out.
Okay, word.
Okay,
yeah, and my brother, B. James, he dropped a 4-piece.
No, he's dropping 3-piece. We're dropping 4-piece.
We dropped 4-piece, he dropped 3-piece. And then Killshot.
Shout out to Crown Fried. Shout out New York Fried Chicken. Shout out Popeyes. Shout out.
We really got 4 projects in like the next 2 months between the groups because
we got a lot coming.
He got Activated. That's his solo. That's a long project. It got mad songs with us too.
A lot of
on
Detroit
there.
artists on there.
I'll say there's that. There's the 4-piece project, which is all of us.
3-piece.
3-piece, which is my brother B
James.
And we got Killshot, which is me and Kai Bills with Ricky Felix.
By Ricky. You know what I mean? And I got some shit coming. I don't know if you know Grunge, Donald Grunge. I got some.
I know Donald.
I got a tape coming.
I gotta get him on one. You gotta tap me in with him.
Nah, well, that's bro. I got some shit coming with him. I got some shit coming with Isla Roca. That's my dog. We got some shit in the work, bro. We collab with a lot of people. You know what I mean? I'm still waiting. You know, I'm still waiting for that big super. You know what I mean? Featuring. Nah, I ain't even gonna say it. But you know, there's a lot of people in the city that we waiting for.
You guys haven't made a song yet?
Ooh, what?
We got mad.
I was gonna say. Nah, because the way you said it, I
you never heard Drums and Sticks by Pimp Daddy?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's a banger right there.
But I was gonna say for a second, you made it sound like you don't have it because you were like talking about features you wanted, and you were like, big
there's
super.
Just a lot of people. There's a lot of people I want to see him make music with in this city. Remember, I'm not from Boston.
True.
Yeah. So there's a lot of people I want to see. Kai, him, BJ. There's a lot of things I want to see done. You know what I mean? Like
that's a fact.
That should be done just for the simple fact.
And same for him, honestly. Like me with him. I mean?
So that's really where I'm at. I'm a dot connector. I like putting people together that should have been together. You know Khalif? Oh, you don't know Khalif?
His name sounds mad.
Yeah, you gotta get him to Khalif.
You gotta do your
He's
homework,
a Grammy
man.
winner from Massachusetts. Bro.
That's bro,
yes,
man.
Bro.
That's one of the
multi Grammys,
man.
bro. He got multiple.
Great artist, bro. Great Afro rap.
Yeah, he's like that, bro. He does everything.
They got something coming though. They got something coming soon.
He's one of the bro. He's a person I really respect his story, his journey, bro. You get what I'm saying, and his ability.
No, you really need him up.
He got a wide range, bro. He could, like you said, he could rap like how we rap, serious, like for real, and then he could also sing. So it's like
sing.
Yeah.
I want to hear this. Shit.
And he could write a song for somebody. So it's like
I want to hear this shit.
I gotta get you in tune with him.
You guys gotta send
He's
me
a good person to have
shit.
up here as well.
Yeah, send me his Instagram after. I want to get tapped in.
For sure.
I'd love to pick his brain.
For sure. Salute.
Shit, this is literally gonna be like a 2-hour episode.
Yeah, for sure.
But,
just clip this motherfucker up, man. Bro. Take all the good shit out of it. You know what I mean?
Shit, bro.
All the nasty shit. You know, nasty. You know, it's big, slippery on Saturdays. But
tag yourselves, and if you guys got any last words, anything else you want to get off your chest.
All I gotta say is this: it's Frank. That's it.
It's Big Super, it's the fucking mob, man. We got the 4-piece dropping, we got Activated dropping, we got 3-piece dropping by B James, and we got Killshot by me, Kai, and Ricky Felix. That's all you need to know.
All bangers, no
bloopers.
Straight uncut, no bloopers. You know what I mean? No ridiculousness. You know, shout out Rob Deerdick.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But this is straight all bangers.
All gas, no brakes.
All gas, no brakes, man. You know, cut the brake lines on these. You heard?
I appreciate y'all coming on today, bro.
We appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate y'all coming on. Hey, y'all know the drill. Follow both of them. Mm-hmm. Check them out. Check out their music.
Get it.
Go click their Instagram link in bio to check out their music. You know also, too, don't be a degenerate. Smash that fucking like button and that subscribe button. Ding, we're not gonna do no extra corny ass outro shit, so y'all just better tune in. I want to
do the Harlem Shake. That's crazy.
Y'all follow both of them. I keep hitting my fucking face off this shit. Follow both of them. Episode 61. Tune in the next week. I don't know who's gonna. Actually, Tomo is gonna be your next guest. So Tomo will be next
week.
Shout
out to Tomo. He's on the tape.
We got music.
Oh shit, Tomo's on the next day. Okay.
He produced like 4 joints for us.
I'm about to pick his brain, bro.
Yeah, shout out Tomo, bro.
Purple World episode 61. This a wrap. Tune in to Tomo next week.
Who invented the mafia?
My business as a slider, bro, gon' drop something real quick. Glizzy with the light on, I'ma have to hit the kill switch. Sippin' hot and your mama